Right, guys. So this is Saturday morning, 10 a.m., and I'm your host. Oh no. Okay. So yeah, the weather is so good. Wow, why are we even having a class right now? Go out and enjoy the sun, and maybe we should have a class on the beach, uh, near Niagara Falls, or in some patio, and just looking for Uncle Bill Gates to sponsor all that. Okay, so other than that, let's get going. So, good morning, everyone. Yeah, good morning. And important info. Yeah, so my account is this. I really need to for this account because I then forget it or even five get it.
Recording, please.
So recording started already.
No message come to my screen.
All right. All right, guys. So, what we did last time was this. Let's set up our Microsoft 365 services, get our Microsoft 365 E5 subscription. So we created that E5 subscription, and we created a free user. Then you need a free email already created or create a new one for this. So we did that, and you don't need a credit card. Thanks to Paul for suggesting this. It offers all the mainstream enterprise grade application. We're gonna discover and all this new subscription way, and hopefully Microsoft does not block it because now so many people will be joining this. Let's talk about a scenario. You are the administrator of a small company. So yeah, scenario, and hopefully I put the diagram here. So that's the diagram, and I will just
Quick recap,
quick recap. Okay, we're done. That was quick, I guess. So okay, I'll go a bit um, slower. What I'm gonna do is excuse me, first cuff and then go ahead with the recap. So recap was, oh, there's one new student who is kind of new. Uh, so I'll just put the meeting link to that guy. Oh, seriously? Okay, I was not able to copy from there. Copy meeting link. CPM. Okay, why even said his name? Click this above link. Sorry, guys. There's one student who's joining after a million years. So he's trying to connect them. Oh, he's here. Okay. All right. Welcome to the week 3. And yeah, so we were talking about some recap. This is what we covered in week 2. And so what's here is that we had created a, cloud account. We created Microsoft 365 developer account, a free trial that is for 3 months free trial. And here we have all the E5 services, so Enterprise 5, which means the top services that Microsoft offers for, again, check for 3 months. We did So we did go through the services. We had, logged into those services. So what we're going to do now is we're going to connect to those services. Also, we had a scenario here. Scenario was that suppose we have a Toronto branch here. And that Toronto branch has 5,000 users, and those 5,000 users were connecting to Toronto branch on-premises local applications that were inside the branch, inside the virtual machines. They were, excuse me, they were, um, web services. There are print services. There are, other database services. And so all kinds of services are available, but within the branch, not in the cloud. So we're pretending that's the case. And then the company decides to purchase cloud services. And the company wants all the users to not only keep on accessing the local branch, Toronto branch services, but at the same time, all the users should be able to connect to online services with the same username and password that they were using to log into the on-premises services. The same username password must be used to log in to the online services or cloud services, Azure Active Directory services. We had created last time this account, and then we also had created last time on-premises services based account as well. Account on-premises services we have created in our laptop. So we went to our laptop, we opened VMware Workstation, we installed one Windows machine, and that one Windows machine we're pretending is the Active Directory of our local Toronto branch. That one Windows machine we will be creating with PowerShell some users. In that Windows machine, those users with username passwords, we will be synchronizing those users to the cloud here online in Azure Active Directory. So again, the scenario is that the users should be able to connect to online services with the same username passwords that were created actually here in the local Toronto branch on-premises Windows server. So the same username password they should be able to use here as well to access those applications. Applications. So last time we also decided that we're going to be installing the client side as well, because when we are doing Exchange, so we will be using Outlook, Microsoft Outlook. We will be using Teams as well. So email client we need, Teams client we need, and in the browser you can anyway access SharePoint. So we will need a client machine as well, and that client machine, will be using that client machine will be having the client applications. Now, last time I gave an ISO of the Windows 11 Enterprise, right? Windows 11 Enterprise. That is also 3-month trial version. Actually, 6 month, 180 days. I think 90 days. Yeah. So 3-month trial version. 3-month trial version. And so we're going to be installing or downloading this Windows 10 11 client. We're going to join it to this dude here, to this domain, and we're going to excuse me, then log in from one of the client end users from this Windows 10 machine or 11 machine. This is a typical normal setup in any Windows environment. Suppose you're in an office and it has Windows environment, Linux environment, and Cisco environment. So suppose you have 10,000 users there. So all 10,000 users will have either Windows 10 or 11, and their laptops or desktops will be joined to a domain controller. Domain controller does what? Authentication, authorization, editing, or accounting. Right? So obviously, those end users will log in from the local Windows 10 client machine, and it will get authentication from the domain controller, which has Active Directory inside. Active Directory will check their username passwords and will let them log into the Windows 10 11 machine. So this is the on-premises side still ongoing. We need this client to later install Outlook and Teams, because Outlook and Teams will be connected to the cloud Outlook's Exchange server. So the server is actually in the cloud. The server means that is providing services. Client means that is requesting services, right? And Teams server is also actually in the cloud. So it will be a very interesting environment. This will be the environment that you will actually see there in your in the production. In the companies, this is how it is. That if they have hybrid environment, they have on-premises as well as cloud, then their clients are actually joined to the domain here. They can also access cloud services at the same time. So it will become interestinger now to have this. I know that's not a word in English, but it's going to be more interesting or interestinger. So let's do it fastly. I'm just creating my own English, and maybe I'll release the dictionary very soon. Merriam-Webster, so I'll go for Armour-Webster dictionary, right? So that will have fastly and interestinger. Anyway, so let's go ahead. What we have done till now, I'm just going to open the on-premises environment again, and I'm going to actually create that diagram as well, what our lab environment looks like, right? So what we are doing conceptually, what we are pretending is this, that there's a Toronto branch, and then that same company has purchased some cloud services as well. But in fact, what our lab actually looks like is this. We have one virtual machine inside a VMware workstation, and virtual machine, that virtual machine is considered as Toronto branch main server. So this is the domain controller. Always remember this terminology, domain controller. What does domain controller do? It actually lets you connect. It gives you authentication, authorization, and accounting. This is what's going to connect to the cloud services as and well. So there's a question there by Mohsin. Can you please send the Windows 11 ISO download link? So last time I did send at the end of the class, but how many have downloaded the Windows 11 already? So maybe we can even install it together later in the class. But I'll give you all the link to start downloading now. It is ONK to download now. I'll just go for downloaded already, Jamin says. Okay. So I'll just go to that link again quickly. Download Windows 11 Enterprise ISO. I'll just evaluation. I'm on the other screen right now, and I will drag this here. So this is the link, and so Dipindra says downloaded. Jamin says downloaded. Okay, and download the ISO Enterprise. Get free. But when we click the download the ISO for Enterprise, then you have to fill up this form and pay $1,000, and then you will get that. Right? Or you can pay me $1,000 and then just fill up the form and download. I'll just let you download. Okay. So here, not bought domain name. Dipindra says, okay. So two guys haven't bought the domain name. Uh, uh, Pretend that this is a class and you're sitting on the seats, right? So you can stand up on your seat and raise your both hands as a punishment, right? Stand up on your seat and raise your both hands. So Raza hasn't bought the domain, and Dipindra. So this used to be our punishment. Jamin says bought the domain. So he's a good student, and the other students are going to be. You will not have any break as well, Dipindra and Raza. I'm acting like a kindergarten teacher. Ha. Okay. Anyway, so don't worry, Dipindra. It's okay. I'll be showing you others how to go through that process. Then you can buy. Oh man, while doing this, I should have shared the link. Just quickly, those who haven't downloaded, please download the ISO of Windows 11 Enterprise now. Enterprise. Okay. So this is the link I've given in WebEx. Go ahead and start downloading. Oh, you have to fill out the name and form. So let's get going fastly. And so I'm putting that in WhatsApp as well. So go ahead, those who haven't downloaded. In fact, I also didn't download, seriously. Like, I think I have it, but I want to have the same version or the latest Because when you go for, I have the last year one or the 2 years back, it will not have the latest updates, right? So first name and it's Windows 11. Seriously? Okay. So I'm just gonna fill out the
एक
form.
चीज पूछूं sorry,
Teacher.
can I ask you a question?
Okay.
uh, do we need to use the our real name when we fill out this
No, you can put
registration
here.
form?
You can put here Tom and here Cruz
Okay,
and here. No, no, no. I'm just kidding. Yeah, you have to put your real name. Uh,
so oh in the later they might send us the bill like you are over,
downloaded this, so please pay $1,000 with your
yeah.
electricity bill. Okay. No, no, they're not gonna send that. This is just a free trial, and then they well, you can put somebody else's name if you want, but you need to access that link. If they send it in your email, then and you put somebody else's email, so you will be requesting that person, please, can you send me that link? So that's not the case. Second thing, it's okay, it's totally safe. It's a very professional company. They don't bug us. So CEA, Cloud Engineers Academy. So yeah, you can just put your real name. It's okay. It doesn't matter. I did that couple of billion times now. So yeah, it's totally safe. I don't have to pay a penny till now. Canada and company size. It's a huge company I have. So one. And job role is IT admin, just put something. And country code is, come on, man, Canada 647-554-9446.
So
And
the
questions
company
and
size,
comments.
when we filled out the company size, what we write it down here? Company size, because we don't have any company.
See this? Click
Okay.
and just select anything. So I would like to hear no way. I would like to Microsoft to share no way. So don't click these two, and then we're safe. We're okay. Otherwise, marketing emails come. Okay, so I'm just gonna download. It's just a simple form, and then I should get the link, please. Okay, so there it is. English United States, and that is ISO Enterprise Download 64-bit edition. Click. Oh, come on. Then it goes down. But why don't you put in the start Windows 11 and the very, very long name? Although we don't even need that long name. It gives us the version numbers. Okay. So once we put the name here, Windows 11, then we save it not in invoices, but software. Okay. So we put, and there we go. It's gonna download one day, Monday or Sunday. Okay. So that's how to download. And oh, Rafael. Guys, so let's go ahead and we have downloaded the Windows. We have started the download of Windows 11. So leave it there. Let's try to understand what we're doing. And because some of us are going to download that, so we can delay that process. Right now, what our lab looks like is Toronto branch domain controller and Toronto branch domain group, right? So we have that. We have Windows right now. And see this responding. What happened? Come on. Hmm. Oh, serious? You didn't like my quickly doing things fastly. What? Blue donut? So I'll just open. I think the whole application is affected now. Paintbrush. Okay, only that is, and that is also back. What I do is we already have this Windows. Oh, kidding me? Uh, just giving me blue donut when I start typing something. Okay, that's not good. Uh, Fundraiser for new laptop for sir. Thank you. I'll send the link. Hey, I already sent the email for e-transfer. So here, yeah, I'm gonna go for another diagram here, but my machine somehow is too slow today. I'll just go to the older diagram. Okay, so we have this. Let's open VMware Workstation because some of us are downloading client, so we can download the client at the by the end of the class, half an hour before. Right now, let's go for the actual lab, which is let's open this one machine that we installed last class, and then we're going to go inside and we're going to do all the other things. So create a domain controller, did we do that? Create 300 users, did we do that? Install Azure AD Connect, was it done or not? So let's just check out this right now. And also we need to log in from our cloud account. So I'm going to open my VMware Workstation in my laptop. Let's do this and then log into that domain controller, and then we're going to start this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to search and VMware Workstation, and this is VMware Workstation Pro. So let's click that. Okay, so here I have the machine. I hope you are there in the machine as well. And just click the start button or resume button, whatever you did. Normally what I do is I right click and go to suspend guest whenever I um, at the end of the class when I'm stopping the machine. So when you suspend, you can resume, and whatever you were doing, it saves those windows as well. So you can continue exactly where you started, where you stopped, and then so it's going to start now. And while it is restoring on my settings here, we will just try to log in from our cloud account as well. While I am just while my Windows is starting, it's nearly there. Okay,
Excuse me, why don't you show us from there, from suspend to start, resume?
um, at the end of the class, I will show you how to suspend, right? But suspend is this. Click power, and this is suspend guest. When you click it, it just suspends. That's it. Okay, so it's there, and uh, Paul says I'll donate DDR for sodium RAM and SSD. Wow, okay, I'm getting donations. Cool, man. Sounds good. Okay, so here, Mirror Admin, and I'll just log in from. Remember, anyone can tell me, did we create a domain controller here? So is this a domain account or is this a local Windows account? Anyone can tell me? So domain account
It's a
means
local,
it's
it's a
yeah.
local window account.
Okay. So Jamin says domain. Fauzia says domain. I'm sure. I'm sorry. I don't know who said local. So Dipender said local. Okay. Anyone else? Is it a domain account or a local account? And your reason for this? Why did you consider it a domain account? Well, because we remember that. Okay. So guys, remember that? Yeah. So Malik says in the chat, we created the local account instead of administrator. Hmm. Jamin says we made an Active Directory domain services, ADDS actually. That's why we installed domain controller, ADUC, Active Directory users and computers, exactly. Guys, this is the domain account, but it is not showing the domain in the back. So that's the confusion actually, right? So we remember that we installed Active Directory in this Windows server, right? And then we actually logged in from administrator, domain administrator at that time. But then we created a copy of the domain administrator. Remember, domain administrator is the most powerful account for the Microsoft domain. And this account was created as a copy of that domain administrator account called administrator. Right? So we logged in from that and logged out from that administrator and logged in from this account. Now this has all the privileges of the most powerful account there in Active Directory domain. So your first name admin, you were supposed to create that and then log in from that. So and throughout the course, we're going to be using that. So now I'm going to be logging in from that domain admin account, right? Exactly, this is a domain admin account, and we went through. Jamin says ADUC. Anyone knows what is ADUC? Active Directory, users, and computers. Where is ADUC? You go to Server Manager. There's all the links to manage the whole environment and this local server. So we go for Tools, and there's a Active Directory, users, and computers, ADUC. Be familiar with all these. This is not related to cloud, but when you join the job or you're already there, so you must, if you're already there with Microsoft environment on premises, so you would be, and if you're an administrator, then you would be using this pretty much every day or every second or third day. But if you only went for cloud courses, when you join a job, you will be seeing this because majority of the companies still have on-premises Active Directory as well as cloud Active Directory. So majority of the companies, you will see this environment where you will see Active Directory modules here. So Active Directory users and computers is you will be using pretty much every day. So if I click that, uh, Active Directory users and computers, and I created the domain called samosa.local. Oh, now I have to find. So users, and then the users container, these are all called containers. So when you see a hybrid environment, you will have to face this, and you will have to know the on-premises Active Directory as well. This is the most powerful account that can do anything across the domain, and the domain admin is in D, so it is domain, it's a single user, right? Admin admin, sorry, not. So this is the admin admin, and yeah, so this is that same, it's an exact copy of this account. How do I know it's an exact copy? If I double click the administrator and go to member of, so it is a member of administrators, domain admins group, domain users group, enterprise admin group. That's the most powerful. Group policy creator, schema admin. That's also most powerful. So if I go to this Amir admin, then it also goes for member of administrators, domain admins, domain users, enterprise admins, group policy creators, and schema admin. So it doesn't go more higher than this. So we're using that account. Anyway, but this account will be needed to synchronize all the users to the cloud Azure Active Direct and directory. So now we are logged into our account. If I check back the diagram, did the domain controller created? Yes, it is created. Are there 390 users? I don't think we have created 390 users. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow this procedure of what you're going to follow me, that I'm going to be giving you files, and those will be the PowerShell files, right? PowerShell, one is a PowerShell script file, .ps1, and the other one is a CSV that has 390 random people's names. You can even add your name and it will create an account for you. So the .ps1 file, ps1, which is a PowerShell file, .ps1 file, has all the script, and the .csv file has all the 390 users. So the ps1 file contacts the csv file, takes the first name, suppose it's John Doe. So it just picks up that name and goes to Active Directory users and computers, and then creates a user account there. Then it goes for the second name, then the third name, then the fourth name, fifth name, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 390 users it will create right away. If we had done that, if I ask you to please create a username and go there and right click this and go to new and create a user and then put name. So and you have to create 400 names. So it will take like few hours, right? For you to create all the names. But with PowerShell script, we're going to do that very quickly. That's the power of the PowerShell. Most recommended is to go to Google, PowerShell for beginners. Then follow any course on PowerShell. It is scripting. You don't have to be a developer or programmer. So you just need to at least understand PowerShell script and be able to modify already created scripts. Right? At least you should be able to do that. So you should be going for beginner courses for PowerShell. Okay. Here, now what we have, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share quickly the PowerShell script so we could create 390 users right away. Then we can synchronize those users in the cloud. So what I'm going to do is I will go to Drive and yeah,
Excuse me.
goes to-
Yeah, sorry. In a production environment, it's safe for us to be able to create those scripts, and it was going to work. So I want to know how do we get those scripts created, those two files, PS1 and PSV
yeah.
files, to be able to create multiples of users.
Uh-huh. So, well, I'll be showing you the content of the files and is it safe or not. So first you create here and then, yes, it is safe to create production environment. If you know, what happens is when we create a script, suppose I was given so many tasks and I still get so many tasks that I need to do only with PowerShell. So what I do is, and I have to do it in production environment, right? So it's kind of, comes and back so often now. So what happens is that I simply go to suppose there's a restriction I need to put, and that can only be done with PowerShell. Anything. So obviously, first thing is, as everyone now knows that I always keep a chat GPT open. The second thing is Google. So then I will go for how to restrict a user in PowerShell for Azure Active Directory for whatever. But this is for production environment, what I do. And so then PowerShell commands are there, connect to Azure AD. First I have to do this. And then I have to connect msol, block user access to Azure AD PowerShell. Okay. So I'll just go there and check it out. Now, once I got the scripts, I will not run it in production environment right away. That would be not good idea. So first, and yes, then you have to have a test environment always readily available. So I tested there. Also, it would be a very, very good idea to know if this command already exists. So what you can do is you can just go for, sometimes there are older commands. So once you Google it, so Microsoft page should open, learn.microsoft.com, that tells a great detail about that command. Second thing is, yes, you should be able to know some part of PowerShell. That's what I was saying just before. That PowerShell for beginners, you should be able to at least modify PowerShell. If not create scripts, then at least modify PowerShell scripts. So there's Microsoft training as well on PowerShell. It may or may not be very, very good, but PowerShell for beginners full course. Wow, and serious third lesson. So some of those are very, very good, and some of those are okay. Like, but beginner, everyone is good in beginner. So this is an actual Microsoft, lesson. Wow, hey, when did they create that? Did I miss that? Okay, so what is PowerShell? Exercise, run your first PowerShell, locate commands, exercise. Everyone must do this from today. Must. Those who are not, so please learn PowerShell step by step from here. So I'm just putting it there. Please learn
Right?
PowerShell step by step. Yep,
I mean,
you're saying?
can you repeat the CSV and PSI concept? I know, don't get it.
Yes, let me just put that link there. So guys, this is very, very important. And so follow this. The few things that I'm just saying here. First thing is look for the command. ChatGPT is also good, but you have to really decide. ChatGPT is always not correct. So you should be knowledgeable to know what to select from ChatGPT. Same for Google. And then you must know that this command exists in the Microsoft library. Third thing is that you should be able to then modify according to your requirement in the company. So you should know what is get doing, what is remove doing, what is connect doing, and what are the variables? What is this pipe sign? What does it do? So you have to know the basics at least. And it's good to first to get the command from PowerShell command from a script from anywhere. run it in your test environment, and then finally, so first put in test environment, and you should be knowledgeable to a certain level about PowerShell to be able to grab scripts from internet and test it in test environment and then put it on production environment. So that's the whole process. ONK. I'll just go back here. So what I was talking about is the CSV and this. So well, I'm going to give you the link for two files. Then I'm going to show you the whole thing step by step. The PowerShell script here inside this file. There are 400 names here. This file. The script will grab each name and create a user account here. User account in here. It will create a new folder or container here. Inside that, it will create a user account just like the user accounts here, but not powerful ones. Just the basic privileged user accounts. So those will be random names. So when you see it, obviously, you will understand it. The Dipendra says in the chat, sir, can you please put these links in WhatsApp as well? Yeah, I did. I put all the links in WhatsApp. Yep, it's there. You can check it. So here, and Mohsin says,
one thing more.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
this Samosa local, where it comes from, is from a copy of domain controller admin.
So our local is a domain that we created in last class.
This is a domain controller.
Yeah, this is a domain controller, and this is the domain or the network of Microsoft. You have to name the network something. We named it this, or I named it this.
Okay.
Okay.
So can we put the name like a copy of admin copy administrator as a login?
No, the copy was this username. This was copy. This is the domain name.
Like
So they're different.
Amir admin. Amir admin is a copy, right?
Yeah, it is a copy. So we have to remember something as well. We cannot write everything. So you have to remember you're going to be the administrator of a company, right? So you have big responsibilities. You have to remember a lot of things. Second thing, somebody's not doing any lab and only looking at the classes, and that is not the way to, go ahead. It is a total waste of time because if you had done the labs, you would not be asking these questions. But yeah, it is a copy of this. Then you have to remember it in your mind, right? Or write it somewhere. Okay, there's another question. Hussein Ahmed says, why do we copy administrator account as with username? Do we do the same in business environment? Oh, yes. Business environment, in production environment, we don't use different administrators, different security policies. What is the best practice? We don't use the domain administrator. In fact, we rename in bank environments. In fact, they rename it to something really vague, like R235968 XYU. That's what only administrators know. That's a domain administrator account, and they keep changing its password continuously. While suppose you were just hired as a cloud administrator and Azure administrator, right? And you have on-premises environment as well. So your account will be created there, right? So Amir, suppose I just joined the company, they will create my account. Obviously, it will not be admin. My full name based account will be there, Amir Shahzad. And then they will simply add me to the administrators group. So there's a built-in administrators group here. This one. They will just simply add a newly appointed user to administrators. So we didn't do that. We just went for the same account with all the privileges. When you add somebody in the administrator security group, then it's not still the member of, it would be missing some of the things. Actually, it's not. We'll also have, will not be enterprise admin, I think. That's the, so you have to manually add to the enterprise admins as well. But administrators is part of the enterprise admin. So yes, that guy who is added to the administrators group will have all the privileges that way. So this is the actual way to do it. But I went for a bit more easier or a quicker way to copy this, just to give the newcomers an idea that this account that we're copying is going to have the same privileges as this. Otherwise, yes, the best practice is, or whoever's the administrator is supposed to be added to the administrator security group. So yeah, that's a good question. This is the way we do it in production environment, which pretty much gives you the same privileges. Okay, guys. So then Dipendra says PS1 and CSP. Yes, I'm about to give that, but I was going for the questions. Now I am going to give that. So let me just go ahead. And on the other screen, I'm going for the edu folder there. And excuse me. So there is a software folder there. Come on. Oh, that was the software folder. I'll be just giving you that folder, and so there's the link here that I'm about to share. Copy link, and that link is, so please download the two files for PowerShell script and CSV to create 390 users. So that's okay, shared there in WebEx and also in WhatsApp. ONK. So let's go ahead and what we're going to do. So this is the link. I'm going to be then showing you how to download from there. It should be pretty straightforward. So I'll just drag the link here, and you can see here there's labusers.csv. So there's a .csv file, there's a .ps1 file. So create lab users is a PowerShell file, and the lab users.csv is the file that has all the users. I need to first download it to my machine, right? So what I'm going to do is I can select both or not. Okay, I can select both, and there's a download button, right? Or you can just right click file and download like this as well, one by one. And remember, where did you download in your compu and so I'm just gonna download both, and so it's downloading, preparing download. Then it's gonna ask where to download. I think yeah, it is asking. So it's in the soft folder, and I have downloaded the two files. Just click the link and download. Throw in folder. I'll then show. So these are the two files. Create lab users.ps1, lab users.csv. If I double click the file, so this is labuser.csv. It has all the random names, right? With the password, and you can even put your name. So suppose I go to the top and go to insert. You don't have to do that. I'm just showing you. If I go for Amir and Shahzad, and Sam account name is Amir.Shahzad. At serious. What am I doing there? Amir Shahzad. Display name Amir Shahzad. Seriously. Don't have to do that, but if it's gonna take time, then don't do that. And password is password one. Remember that. So all users' password is right now password one. And but this is the file where you can actually change the password of all the users as well to whatever you want. So you can always modify this file to whatever way you want. Okay? So I just added my name as well. You don't have to really do that, but just showing you that this is how also it works. But then it says that save it as a replace. Oh, seriously? Okay. Yeah. So for this file is save as. I should have gone for save as. Save as a different file name. So lab users. I'll just add one there. Although I don't need to add my name, just showing you that you can actually modify this file the way you want. Okay, so this is a create lab users, .ps1 file, and if I open it, should not open in PowerShell, please. I want to open this file. Oh, I want to open it only in Notepad. So guys, first of all, you don't really have to open those two files. I'm just showing you how it works. Now I'm just gonna copy these files inside the machine because we need to copy them and run them inside this machine. Okay, what happened is one student way back actually ran this file in his or his local computer in his laptop. So it created all the accounts in his laptop. So we're not going to create in our laptop. We're going to create it in the controller. So I'm just going to go to the main controller. First of all, you need to right click and copy and just simply paste it somewhere inside the domain controller. I'm inside the domain controller now in the virtual machine. I'll open a yellow folder here and I'll go to document downloads, whichever, doesn't matter, and paste. Right. Those two files are there. Now we're good. Now we can create a script. So Paul says, do we need Office for VM machine? No. Only we need VMware workstation. Oh, MS Office installed inside the VMware? No, because for the enterprise client machine that we will be installing later, we already have E5 subscription for 3 months. So yes, we will be installing from that subscription Outlook and Teams, or we will be installing actually MS Office there. Yes, you're right. But when we install the client machine, we're going to install the MS Office there, and we have the that same account gives us 90 days usage of MS Office as well. No. It's going to read CSV. We don't need MS Office to be installed for the PS1 file to read CSV. We don't need MS Office for that. Yeah, that was a question. Yeah. So it's going to read CSV. That's how it's programmed to do. And open with. Just quickly show that, and then let's go ahead. Notepad, and that's a pretty long one now, but it's going to create a folder or container called Exchange users, and it's going to run. It's just going to import, uh, CSV. It's going to import from CSV, right? So anyway, I'm just going to close that. And what we're going to do now is we're going to create 390 users. It's going to create a folder, extra folder container here called Exchange users, and we can change that too from the script. And then it's going to ask, hey, where's the CSV file? As soon as we launch this file, it's going to ask, where's the CSV file? When we give it the CSV file, it's going to automatically create 390 users, and we're going to confirm if those users are created here or not, right? So I'm going to right click this PowerShell file, .ps1 file, and here it says run with PowerShell. I'm going to click that, run with the PowerShell. So as soon as I click that, it says it's going to ask, okay, go ahead and ask. Be a good script. Oh, okay. First, it's asking execution policy change. So it's a good security restriction in the Windows that it doesn't let you run any script right away. It just asks you, hey, are you sure that what you're about to run is safe? So I say yes, it is safe. So there's a Y is yes and yes to all. You can go for A, type here A. Default is N. If you press enter, it's not going to run the script, right? So I'm going to type A here and enter. If you type Y, that is also good. Now it's asking, hey, where's the CSV file? There's a question there as well, but let me just finish this. So if I go to top here, remember that I put the CSV file and PS1 file in the documents folder. I need to go to the documents folder. So there's the documents, full, and there you go. It's not there. Oh, I think it was as downloads folder. Sorry, downloads folder. This lab users.csv. It just needs the CSV file so it could read the names in that particular format and create the accounts for those names. 390 accounts actually. There are 390 names. Click or click and open, and there we go. Okay,
Sir?
so the question.
When I right click and open with PowerShell, then it kind of opens a window, but it goes off. right?
Oh,
So, and then I open the PowerShell separately and then try to open with PowerShell. But then new window, whenever I right click and say like run with PowerShell, it asks me for a question. You want to open this file? And just say open. And it kind of
yes.
opens one and then it goes minimize and then it's not to be seen anywhere. What does that mean?
Oh, that's not good. Um, so guys, there's another way. Okay, so Devendra, I'll be showing you another way now. You can follow this, but let me just answer that question in the chat. Mohsin says, in hybrid environment, how important for Azure admin to learn about on-prem AD? Suggest us, as I don't have much idea about on-prem AD. Well, whichever company, as I said, that majority of the companies have on-premises Active Directory, majority of them. Well, the company I am in is a small one, so they have everything in the cloud, right? While all the majority of the companies where I keep on applying all year as well to different jobs and interviews whenever if they come. So many of them have local Active Directory. So it's very good to have knowledge of on-premises environment. But it's pretty much everywhere, and it's gonna stay there for the next 2 to 5 years until everyone decides to go to cloud. I don't think everyone will go to cloud. Bigger companies will still have their own environments even much longer time because they don't want to put everything on the cloud for security purpose, for availability purpose, for backup purpose. But as long as there are local on-premises environment, they said this you have to know what we are doing, and it's gonna stay there for 2 to 5, maybe even 8 or to 10 years. Excuse me. Okay, so it's important to learn on premises because still you will face that in the production environment. Many companies choose that company which have only online, which are very few. So Dependra, if you can see this, go to. There's another way, guys. If this way didn't work, then go to the PowerShell. But for that, it's better to first copy these into the C drive in a new folder. So if you're doing that, you can follow me now. Go to this PC and go to C drive and right click and create a new folder called whatever the name, but I'll just name it scripts. It's also good practice to create such a folder uh, because we do have to work with scripts all the time in production environment as well. So you gather all the scripts here. So first create a folder called scripts, then go to downloads, copy those two files inside the script folder. Then we're going to open PowerShell and go to the scripts folder and run those that script, right? So I'm going to go to downloads. I'm going to copy these two guys and go to C drive. So guys, if the other way did not work, then you can follow this way. C drive scripts. Now paste these two files here. Because when I go to PowerShell, then it's easier for me to go to C drive and then just that folder instead of going to users and then documents and then. So now it's copied there. Now I'm going to go to PowerShell. So where's PowerShell? So if I click this here, and there's PowerShell, but I'm going to right click the PowerShell, right? I'm going to right click here and run as administrator. I'm going to right click the PowerShell and run as administrator. And then, yes, now I need to reach here. First C drive and then, okay. So Jamin says, mine worked, but I don't see Exchange users OU in under domain. You can try to go to domain and refresh multiple times. Okay. So Dipendra, you can see this. It opened in Windows System 32. So then cd backslash like this, change directory, then dir, see the contents of the directory, and I see scripts folder. I need to go inside the scripts folder. So cd space scripts script. Now I'm inside the scripts folder, and just to see the contents of the scripts folder, I'm gonna go dir enter. Now I see the two files. Hopefully those who are following are able to follow this. And then I need to launch this. I need to just execute this file, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start typing the first 3 or 4 letters. CREA, CREA. Tab button on the keyboard after typing this. It's going to change into this. This is the executable, you can say, way. So it's going to execute this way then. Just press tab and it's going to turn into this. It's going to detect the file, it's going to turn into this, and then simply press enter. It's going to launch, it's going to execute. As soon as I execute this, launch it, now it is asking, hey, where's the CSV file? So
Sir,
I'm going to go to the same.
for me, it's saying fully qualified error ID is
Oh,
unauthorized
I tried it
access.
again. Fully qualified?
So when I launch that, then it says like it's in red. So it's saying script is disabled on this system. For more information, see
Oh
about
man.
education
Okay.
policies.
So somehow it is refreshed but not seen. Oh, okay, Jamin says. So yeah, for this, if it is disabled, you can go for if it is still open. There's one more thing, and that is execution policy. So run as administrator, and just type this set dash execution policy space unrestricted. So type this command and enter. Then press yes. Type Y, press enter. Set dash execution policy space unrestricted. It's gonna
Set
wow.
that EX
Mm-hmm.
execution policy.
Dash
Note
execution policy unrestricted.
note tab for here, and then education policy space, or is it dash?
Yeah, space. Set dash execution policy space unrestricted. I'm gonna copy this here in the
Yes,
um
unrestricted.
to give yourself permission to
Education
run
policy
this.
change.
Yeah.
Yes, right. So the answer is yes
Yes.
for this
Type
one,
Y
right?
and press
Yeah.
enter.
Thank you.
And
So I
now
think
you have to do that again. So you have to. I think you're
okay.
already this much.
Now it says do not run, and okay. So do you want to run scripts, and then one is D is do not run. Run is once. R is run once. Run once.
Yes,
So R.
run once. Or
Okay. Now it's asking for the CSV. Now give the location.
yay.
Thank you, sir.
So yeah,
Thank you so
you're
much.
welcome. Okay, guys. So sorry. Yeah, Jimin says I refresh but not seeing. So it does happen that it doesn't work as well. Okay, so if I refresh that, you can see this exchange users and where's my name? It's not fair. Oh no, that's not fair. It didn't create my. Okay, just kidding. So anyway, so these are all the users, and let's try to synchronize them. But Jamin says refresh, but it's not working. Jamin, can you then restart the whole domain controller and then open PowerShell script and then try again? But take the domain and refresh, and it should appear. But it does happen, but it's rare. It doesn't work for a certain environment. For a certain environment, right? Excuse me. So yeah, you have to kind of do it again, but better restart the whole machine and then log in again and open PowerShell with go this way the second way that I showed and open PowerShell with admin privileges. We did all that. Okay, sometimes it is stubborn. Then go ahead and create 5 users yourself because we need to synchronize number of users. Suppose there are 5 or there are 5,000, 500,000. The user is same, right? So, Jamin, I think for your own case, new and then create 5 users, simple users. Don't give them any privileges, and it will be Jamin 1, Jamin 2, Jamin 3, Jamin 4, Jamin 5. Cool. Oh, okay. Frog thread and stuck in my throat. Guys, this is done. I'm gonna check now the 390 users, 2 files done. Install AD Connect, Azure AD Connect. What is Azure AD Connect? It is, Paul says it's working on me seeing the exchanges. Oh, okay. So install Azure AD Connect. What it does is, and that's what the diagram I was supposed to create, and I'll just create this here and here. I'll just mention it Azure AD and all the SaaS services that are here. So here we need to. So this is Windows server. On top of this, we have Active Directory. This is already done, right? And on top of this, inside the Active Directory, we have created 390 users. Created 390 users. Now, excuse me, we're going to install Azure AD Connect. What does this do? Let's understand that first. For this is AADC is to connect on-prem with cloud. Exactly right. So Azure AD Connect is used to connect local Active Directory, on-premises Active Directory to cloud Active Directory. And last time we talked about it, and I think you remember it, is when we've already created 300 users, right? So do we move these users to Azure Active Directory or do we copy these users to Active Directory? Last time I asked that and some of you gave me the correct answer. Do we move the users from here to on cloud or do we copy them from here to cloud? So Fauziya says copy, Mohsen says copy, Jamin says copy, Malik says copy, Paul says copy. Okay, we're good. So the synchronization process is a copy process, right? So this means the same credentials, the user credentials. What is user credentials? Equals users and PWs are here as well as they are copied here as well. Now the benefit of that is that users are using all the local applications. So we're gonna name it as on-prem. Always stick with the terminology. That's what you're gonna use in the production environment. On-premises applications. For that, users need to use their username password. The same the cloud applications. And they want to use that, so it should be the same credentials there as well. So when user John Doe is connecting to the local applications, web server, print server, file server, exactly, the name and password. So the on-premises application, in order to access that, the user's username password is cross-checked. Then the user is, allowed to connect to on-premises applications. But the same exact username password will be used for the users to connect to the cloud applications. And again, the benefit is that the user doesn't have to remember a separate password for on-premises and a separate password for cloud applications. So it has to be the exact same password. Another scenario is, suppose the user's password changed here in on-premises. So what will happen to the cloud application? So synchronization process runs anyone knows where, after how much time synchronization process runs automatically? Anyone knows that? Synchronization process that synchronizes any changes from on-premises to cloud There you go. Mohsin says 30 minutes. Anyone agrees to that or disagrees with that? Synchronization process runs every, okay, for this says 30 minutes. Anyone disagrees or agrees with that? It is 30 minutes. Every 30 minutes it runs. And whatever changes have been made in the local Active Directory, on-premises Active Directory, those changes are updated automatically in the Azure Active Directory in the cloud. So if John Doe's password was changed in 30 minutes, that update will reach here as well, and then one can use the new password here as well. Suppose John wants to use right away application. So the password change here, it's gonna be updated in 30 minutes there. So, but John wants to use some application right now, cloud application. So you can do manual replication as well, manual synchronization as well. Right? You can do that too. Otherwise, every 30 minutes it does that anyway. Okay? O and K. So what we're going to do is now we're going to log in from Azure AD. There are some things to do before we download and install Azure AD Connect. Oh, okay. There was a question there. The developer says, sir, script. Oh, okay. Users not created? So Jamin, same as Jamin?
Yes.
Brand,
So we have to go and search in this depender.local, and
this?
under that is the users,
Yeah.
right? And then under the
Okay.
users
So,
and refresh.
yeah. So see this?
Yeah.
Select the domain name, refresh. Now do you
So
see
domain name.
this?
Okay, the name refresh. And then what
Do you
is
see
that?
this? Exchange users.
Exchange? No, I cannot see exchange users.
Oh, okay. So it didn't create. So I think for some it's not working, the script, and for some it is working. So you can right click here, Dipendra, you use right click users, new, and it's
Okay.
better to create 5 users. Dipendra 1, Dipendra 2, 3, 4, 5,
Okay,
right?
sure.
Okay.
Sure, yes, sir.
No, thank you. Okay, so here, guys, and Paul says in the chat, that's why on my work before I have to wait 30 minutes before actively in the account makes sense. Yeah, exactly. So the work environment synchronization is set, and if there are any changes that made it, suppose I change the department of one user, I'm gonna do that as well. I'm gonna change the department of one user here once the whole thing is done, obviously after that, and then that department must be showing here as well. Either we can wait 30 minutes, but we're going to do the manual way. Suppose it's an emergency. Otherwise, we don't really need to go the manual way. We can go manual way as well. We're going to check that out. Otherwise, obviously, it's already working anyway. Synchronization every 30 minutes, right? Okay, guys, let's go ahead and implement this synchronization now. So let's log into our Active Directory account that we created last class. Let us log into this account. So how do we do that? I'm just going to log in from that account. I think I go to Firefox. Did I do that in Firefox or did I do that in? I must have done it in Firefox or this or do something like Opera browser. Anyway, okay, I'm just gonna go for portal.office.com and man, it already logged in. Honestly. With I hope the last week account, no Jalebi. No, that's not what I want to log in. So Jalebi, no way. I'm gonna go log in from the Samosa. So that is this. Master 5-in-1 06 8 2023. Guys, for that account developer, it will still be yes. We don't have to go to a special link for that, right? I'm sure we don't have to. Portal.office.com, office.com. There. And then I'm gonna use another account and I'm gonna put what I created last time. This. Then I'm gonna click next. And password. which one I did use. Everything WSH 123 without ship 123. Alternate email address. Help us protect your account. Alternate email address. Alternate phone number. Are you kidding me? Okay, IT guy me at email.com. Next. Oh, seriously. Okay, I'll go to my cell phone, open my Gmail. That's good, actually. I mean, multi-factor authentication, right? That is mucho importante. And where's that? Oh, yeah, there it is. Microsoft account team and 7461. 7461. Okay. Excuse me. And then, yes, I want to log in permanently, break free from your passwords. Smartphone app to sign in without a password. For now, no thanks. Okay, so we're in. Oh, Mohsin says, can we change the time to 30 minutes to 15 minutes? Actually, yes, from PowerShell we can. So I'll be asking that from ChatGPT as well. But that script would be good. And guys, let's make a script repository as well. Whatever scripts are here, we can collect it somewhere central. You can also create your MS Word document or just open a notepad document and start saving scripts, whatever scripts are used in this course. Save it and put a purpose to that, a purpose as well that this script is used for the blah, 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 right? I'll try to put it on my channel as well. So you will always, if you lose it somewhere, then you can just go to the channel and, oh yeah, that was a script. I'll create a playlist and then I'll just show the script. Okay. Excuse me. So here, once we log in, our okay. I'm logged in from this master account. I want to log in to my admin center. You know what's the icon for the admin center? You're supposed to come here. Seriously. Oh, seriously. That's not good. It logged in from my that account. So this means I need to use the developer link for that. So I'm just gonna go to the developer.microsoft.com and Microsoft. Okay, I'll go to that link because it logged in from end user account. There was supposed to be an admin gray icon here. Let's just log in from the admin account, right? So I'm gonna touch admin.microsoft.com. Yeah, but the icon should have been here with the same. But okay, let me just log in from admin.microsoft.com. Admin.microsoft.com and then log in from this account. Yes, it could be that as well. But it didn't give me the link for that. So which account is this? Oh, Jalebi, not I don't want to log in from Jalebi. In fact, I should have deleted the Jalebi credit card. I should have removed the credit card from there. Okay, I'm gonna. So, guys, anyone able to log in from this account with admin privilege, right? So, just go back here and quickly log in from that. Seriously, sometimes very small things make big issues. Oh, come on. Can't sign in here with a personal account. Use your work school instead. Okay, so it says here, person has shared the account. And that is admin at all. Thank you for the you save my day. Because it's not the personal account I'm supposed to use. What is wrong with me? Thank you. It was a on Microsoft account, and I'm sure I did not save that somewhere. It's in my video. This means, and what was the name I used there? Okay, seriously. Okay,
So we
so what
use
I'm
our username admin at 665jt. Microsoft.com.
Satisfied GT, right? Okay. So there's another one. Thank you for this, Dipendra. But I think I have to watch the video quickly. Sorry, guys. Your channel. Oh, come on. Week two. Yeah, there's a week two.
Meanwhile, we'll be creating the user IDs for users, new users.
Yeah, it's the on Microsoft account that I was supposed to connect. And that was the account I logged in from. I created that. Sorry, guys. Azure admin. Yeah, that was Azure admin. Okay, I'll just make it
Sir, for
two.
me, the browser remembered it. So when I went to the browser and tried on Office portal, and it automatically took me to on Microsoft.com.
Yeah, I'm using another portal right now. Maybe I created that in the Google, and it's yeah. Let me just log in from Google then. Portal.office.com on. Okay. Oh, this is the account. Thank you. Thank
Sir,
you for the
this
admin.
one.
Thank you, the pinner. Okay. So I will log in from this. Thank you, guys. Okay. Oh, and it's already MFA protected. Okay, so it's 166.479.6479. Oh, you know what? I'll just put that here in this slide. Next time I'm not lost. Guys, there are some few more steps that we need to take, or so I'm gonna just quickly log in first. And yeah, I'll save it. Okay, thank you. And let us go ahead. What we're going to do is there are some requirements that we need to do. And those requirements are, oh, there you go, admin. I'm going to click the admin account. What did I click on the left side? This is it, admin. And in the admin, we are here, right? Once we click the admin center opens, this is our headquarters. Then we go to Azure Active Directory. Its new name is Entra. So we're going to go to Azure Active Directory, and this is the icon for that. And it's asking again, what's your credentials? Now its new name is Entra Admin. So it's always remember that. You can always put this link as well, entra.maxo.com. Is a collection of then Active Directory, permissions management, and verified ID. So these two just got added recently. And okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to give you one more step here, and that step is so there were these steps. What so it's how to synchronize on-prem to cloud. So on cloud, create another user account and give it a domain of global admin privilege. Global admin privilege. Okay? And another user account and give it global admin privilege. The second thing is at least log in from it once. That's it. Now that's on cloud. Then on premises, what you need to do. You need to so download AADC, which is Azure AD Connect, a tool. This is just a tool. download and copy it inside your on-prem domain controller. See, domain controller. Okay, once you do that, start the AADC tool and follow instructions. What are the instructions? Basically, we will be asked to put top privileged user accounts for both on-prem and cloud environments in order to initiate the synchronization. We will be asked for the username password of both. So remember, we will be remembering the local domain admin as well as the global admin that we're about to create now. So if I go to the diagram here, so that's what it's going to ask. We need to create a new global admin account now, and a new global admin account. Once you create here, then it will be used in the synchronization process. You have to put that user account here, otherwise synchronization process will not work. Okay, so let's do it. First, let's create in the cloud a new global admin account, new user account, and give it a global admin privilege because we have been given 25 free licenses. So although we're gonna be moving 390 users there, only 23 of them or 24 of them be able to use the licenses because we have only these licenses. Whoever gets the licenses gets to use the whole environment or whatever application license we gave. That application that user can use. Okay, Mohsen says in chat, sir, I am using pay-as-you-go. Excuse me. Oh, wow, there was a frog stuck. Okay, in the throat, rivet. Sir, I'm using pay-as-you-go. After class, do I need to remove everything from Azure in order to save extra charges? Mohsen, we have created this. I think last class maybe you were not there, or you were there, but you not sure why you did not follow. But this, go there and create a free account and follow video week 2. So you don't have to put credit card. So remove this account. As you go, delete it. Remove anything you have there. Remove the credit card. Go to this link and follow week 2 video and create a free 90 days, 3 months free account without credit card. This, I should put it in red now. This is so good. Okay? You don't need to put. So, Mohsen, well, otherwise, yeah, you will have to pay. I have done. Oh, you have done. Okay. This is the link for that. Okay. And developer link. Okay, let's go ahead. And now what we're going to do is let's go to the cloud and just create a new account and give it global admin privileges and just log in from it at least once. So I'm going to go back here to the online and this is my domain. Wow, what a name of it. 0xpsc. And here I'm going to go to users and I'm going to go to all users. You can just put favorites. You can select star here. It will appear in the favorites then later. So I'll put star here. Okay. So once I'm here, oh guys, they have created some users here already. They have created some test users here already. Wow. But let's just create our own user. Anyway, new user. So this means 15 licenses have already been used. Okay, so I'm just gonna click create new user. So go ahead and click create new user. And then let's go to the process of creating a user. I hope enough licenses are still left or few are left. I'm gonna go for this is your first name and this is global admin, right? So GA1. Your first name GA1. GA is global admin, right? So GA is global admin, and this is the domain name. Right now it's on Microsoft free domain name. We're going to change that to here. Derived from the user principal. Mail nickname, yeah, Amir Ga one is okay. Ga, Ga is in our language in Hindi Urdu is saying Ga. Okay, anyway. So here display name is Amir Shahzad, or you can just go for your display name. Password, you can change it to, so it's a random password right now. You can just see that too. So I'm going to change it to small ABC, capital ABC, shape 123 without shape 123. Oh, it didn't do that. So this means that, oh, auto generate. Let me just uncheck this. Auto generate. Now we can put ABC, capital ABC, shape 123 without shape 123. Then the password not be weak or commonly used. Oh, okay. This password is really annoying to Microsoft. I've used it in George Brown and NetPlus College and Humber College and Durham College. And so Microsoft is really sick and tired of this. So what we can do is B&M, small, capital B&M, shift 123, still the same logic. Okay. So instead of ABC, just go for any other three alphabets. Okay. So once that is done, account enabled, yes. Want to enable account? And I'm going to go ahead with properties now. Seriously. I hope I don't have to fill out this. Okay. The per count is, forget it. Next, assignment. So, oh yeah, it let us go ahead. So make up to 20 groups or role assignments. You can only add a user to a maximum of one administrative unit. Yeah, so this is a basic user. We're not giving it anything. This is a basic user. Okay, so we're not giving it any admin privileges. Oh, sorry. This is not a basic user. See this? This is supposed to be a global admin because we need to use it for the synchronization process. Sorry. So this is a no assignments to display add role. Let's go to add role because we need to give it a global admin role. Right? These are all the roles. Just type here GLO and there you go, global administrator. Now this role is obviously very sensitive. You can't just give it anyone. You have to be very, very, very careful who you give this role. Okay. Select and then review plus create, right? And it didn't ask me for giving a license, which is strange. I hope we have enough licenses. Otherwise, we will have to use some already created users which already have some licenses there. Okay, anyway, I'm just going to click create here. During the visit, it should have asked for a license. Because this is a role. This is not a license. Okay, if I go there, I'm going to refresh this. Refresh. There is a refresh here. And there you go. I'm going to select it because I want the license for the applications to be used. So I'm going to select this or even click on it. Just go ahead and click on it. Okay, that's fine. Okay, guys, where to give the license? Let me show you that. This user has been created, right? This user has been created in the Active Directory, right? You have to go to the admin center to assign the license. If it's not showing here, it's going to obviously show there. And we could have just created there as well. We created in the user Active Directory, which is also okay. You can assign licenses from here as well. But let's just go to the admin center. If I go to the admin center, this is the admin center, right? This user should be appearing under the users here as well. This user should be appearing the admin center under the users here, active users. And yes, that user is here. And if I select now that user, the right side will be license and apps appearing there, and it is appearing there. So all I need to do is assign it the E5 license, right? So if I click that license, there is only 8 left. It's okay, we just need this one And we already have already created users here, although we're going to synchronize those as well. Because we need to learn the synchronization process. So this has been given. E5 has 61 apps. E5, Enterprise 5, this is the top license there is. It has all these apps. I mean, you can, in your free time, you can just see how many apps have been given here. Many of the end users will never use majority of these apps. So giving end users E5, so yeah, that's not really useful. My company has given E5 to every user, and some of the applications they are using, but not all. Anyway, so I'm just going to click Save Changes here after selecting that, and that's it. And I'm going to click Close. So now this is the global admin. We need to log in from that. How do we log in from this user? I don't want to log out from this user as well. I want to still log in from that user. So this is the locally logged in user, the main admin account, and this is the Amir Ga1 account. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to in private or incognito here. Then I'm going to log in from this user. So I just need to copy a whole of this, right? Copy this, right click and copy. I'm going to go to incognito here. Although I have other browsers, which is more convenient for me. But if you don't have other browsers like Opera and Firefox, then go to this new incognito. If you're using Edge, then it's in private. If you're using Firefox, I think it's also in incognito. New incognito window. Put portal.office.com. Okay, so yeah, all my house is coughing. Next. And obviously this is not going to remember the password. Oh, remember the password? Seriously, how can I do that? Didn't oh yeah, I did this. So I was just thinking that it was that randomly created password and I didn't change it, but I changed it too. It's not small ABC capital C, it was BNM, capital BNM. But I wrote. I hope you wrote the same, or if you whatever you wrote there, just put that. Sign in. Now it's gonna ask to change the password. So once we have to log in here, right? BNM, BNM. That was my password there, so I'm just gonna still change it to something else. Okay, what now? Same logic, but IOP, capital IOP, shift 123 without shift 123. Be on the top right alphabets, right? IOP, IOP, shift 123 without shift 123. And in. And yeah, in 14 days, it's going to ask for multi-factor authentication, but it is a must. Next. Or it's going to insist. So I'm going to just tell it, please send me the password code to my cell phone as a text. I don't want to use the app. Otherwise, Authenticator app is also good, but this is a much quicker way. So I'm going to go for I want to set up a different authentication method, which is phone and confirm. So it's United States. No, it's Canada. Where is Canada? Okay. 64755494446 and text me the code. Come on. Go. 580-976. 580-976. Okay, next. SMS verified. Your phone was registered successfully. Next. Good job. Blah blah blah. Done. Next. Okay, so yeah, okay, stay signed in incognito. Okay, guys, so it's a global admin, so you see that admin gray icon here. Otherwise, end users are not supposed to see that. It's not an end user, it's a global admin. So we logged in once. We don't need to stay logged in. We're okay now. We can use this global admin account where under synchronization now. It's ready. It's okay now. So I'm gonna just sign out from here. I know my password now. You know what? It's better to right here. It's better. So I'm gonna put that username, password, as well as the global admin account because at least I know myself. I'm gonna forget that. So username is this, and the password is IOP. IOP ship123. This is my username password, and I need to put it here because I need it later exactly this way, obviously, to initiate the synchronization. So I'll just sign out from here. I don't need it to. I don't need to be to stay signed in. Go sign out. Yeah. Okay, this is. I signed out from. I wanted to sign out from incognito, not from the actual. Okay, so I'll sign out from here. I'm gone. Right. Yeah. So this is my actual account, the main administrator account. Where I'm good. Now, it's the turn. It's the next step now. Next step is, so we have created that account and we tested it. It works fine. Now we're gonna download Azure Connect and copy it inside this server virtual machine. How do we do that? I'm going to go. You can go inside the virtual machine and download from there as well, or you can just download it in your laptop and copy it into the machine. So whatever suits you. And I'm gonna just on my laptop. I'm gonna go to the Google and type download Microsoft AADC. Download Microsoft AADC. Download Microsoft Azure Active Directory Connect. I'll share that link as well. So download Microsoft AADC. And here as well. And actually here as well. Okay, so we're going to download that and we're going to and so all the download links downloads and that's it. And, okay, link for PowerShell. So it's going to be in your slide and you can access all those links. Okay, so here I'm going to download and just copy it inside and launch it, but wait for me when you're launching it. Don't go fast on that because small tool, but we have to carefully use it and understand all the pages here. So show in folder, and there's the Azure Connect.ms, and I right click and copy this. Okay? Copy, and I'm going to go to. Oh, okay, it locked me out, so I'm just gonna log back in again. It was 100C capitalization 123.3. Local, so on premises main admin account password is small abc capitalization 123, and the global admin account in my case is IOP, capital IOP and shift 123 and without shift 123. So remember that. In fact, it's gonna get confusing for you. Let me just put it here in this way. Cloud side credential, because in synchronization you have to distinguish between the two. On premises credentials, that would be admin. The domain name, what is the domain name? I think it's in my case it's samosa.local. I'm putting it right here because you're about to need it. So whatever your domain name is and whatever your username and the password, in my case, on premises is this. Your case, hopefully it's the same or it could be different as well. Okay, so we're going to need it in a while or real soon. But, I'm here to copy that in the downloads folder, wherever. Oh, it didn't copy. Okay, let me just go back again. Pause, right click, copy Azure AD Connect.msi and go to downloads and paste. Okay, good. So now starts the process of we will start the process of synchronization. So it's gonna ask the credentials of this branch domain controller top
Sir,
admin.
sir,
Yeah,
copy it to which place, sir?
to anywhere
Okay.
inside the virtual machine. I copied it in the downloads folder. Here, it's gonna ask for the top account here and top account here. Then it's gonna synchronize all the users there. Remember that we have up there, we have licenses, I think 7 remaining. But we are learning how to synchronize the users, right? We don't need to give them all the licenses as well. Okay, let's go back. I'm going to double click that. Already connect, and we're going to launch it inside on-premises domain controller. And it's asking, hey, user account control is asking, hey, you're launching this application. We say yes, it's okay.
Where this software came from?
This software is available on the website. I shared the link as well. It's on the Microsoft website, the Azure AD Connect.
Sorry.
It is here. Download link. Azure AD Connect, you can just download. I shared that link in WhatsApp.
Should we download this for our machine first and then copy, or directly download on?
It's for you. So I downloaded it in my machine and then copied it. So there are students who are still downloading. So go ahead and download in your laptop and then copy it in your machine or directly go to the machine. But in the machine, then this Edge browser has some policies where it's not stopping you from downloading. The older browser used to stop. Like you have to uncheck some options. Anyway, I double clicked it and then it's on the first screen here. Right? So this is Azure AD Connect first screen. It says here, Azure Active Directory connect and integrates your on-premises to online. The solution will guide you in selecting a solution, for example, password hash synchronization or federation with ADFS. Install identity synchronization and other Microsoft software components required for deployment. Enable application telemetry and component health data by default. You can change what data is shared with Microsoft by updating your privacy settings. So yeah, this is welcome screen. Let's just go ahead and continue. Okay, here it says that we have single Windows Server Active Directory forest. This is our network right now, and yes, we have a single forest. It is also called forest, the outermost boundary of that. It's just for one single company. So yes, we have just one single Active Directory forest. Configure synchronization of identities in the current AD forest of Samosa. Yeah. Okay, Mohsen says we need global admin in Azure in order to synchronize. That's what the purpose of global ad user. Yes, exactly, Mohsen. This is the purpose. Well, right now it is for synchronization. Yes, we need that account exactly. Otherwise, global admin can do much everything else. But yes, for now it's this. Okay. Configure password hash synchronization from on-premises AD to Azure AD. Yes, from on-premises to Azure AD, we're going to do that. And it's going to be from this Samosa domain or whatever name you put there. Start an initial synchronization. It's going to do that. Synchronize all attributes. Yes, all our users. Enable auto upgrade. Yeah, if it needs, then it will do that. Guys, it also says our local domain name is samosa.local is not a routable domain. It is recommended to use custom settings to configure your user sign-in option. So what is a routable domain? Routable domain just means that from internet, you cannot access this domain. And we do not want this domain to be accessible from internet as well. We also don't want it to be accessible from internet. It's just providing credential authentication, authorization, and accounting to the local users. So this domain here is for the local environment only. And we don't want from internet anyone be accessing this domain. So it's okay. And we go back there. So this is the message. We're going to ignore that. We're going to go for actually use express settings, which is giving us common options. Then later, we're going to be talking about customize as well. So in express settings, now remember what I was telling you before? There are two sides of credentials it will need, outside credentials and on-premises credentials. So which one is it asking here? Azure AD. So this is outside credentials. So in my case, I have saved it already in my notepad. Hopefully you would have done that too, or you remember it. So you're good. I'm copy pasting it now with IOB small, IOB capital, shift 1 to 3 without shift 1 to 3. Nice. Is your machine having internet? Obviously, if your machine is not having internet, you're in trouble. It's not going to work. Make sure there's no yellow triangle here, here, here. So if there's a yellow triangle here, you are not connected to internet. So it should not be here. No yellow triangle. It should be just like this. Anyway, so next. Now it is confirming if this global admin is correct at this domain address. I have triangle, but I have internet access. Oh, wow. There you go, man. That's good. Okay, guys, so it says content with this application coming from the website listed below is being blocked by Internet Explorer enhanced security configuration. Like that. Guys, if you get this, leave it here. Leave it here. I mean, don't click anything. Just follow me now. We need to disable this dude. Enhanced security configuration. We need to disable in this Windows Server enhanced security configuration. And then we're going to go ahead. So where's that? I'm going to go here to Server Manager. Right? I'm going to go here, Server Manager, and I need to go to local server. Server Manager, local server. By doing IE enhanced security configuration. This is on. So what it does is it just creates a lot of security prompts. Oh, you sure you want to go there? Oh, you're clicking this link. Are you sure you want to click that link? Are you? Okay, so yeah, it's annoying, right? So I'm gonna just click that on, and then I'm gonna turn it off. Enhance security in local server in Server Manager. So on, off of both files, both sites, for all administrators or all users. Always just administrator we're logged in. So it's off. And I'm gonna press O and A. So and refresh. So this is the refresh button. And it's off now. Okay, so we're supposed to be good, but it's already there, that pop-up. So I'm gonna close that. And it's still there. JavaScript is required to sign in your browser. So I'm just going to close this as well. Close, and go again on this. So now I'm going to click next anyway because I put the username password. It needs to connect to the Azure cloud environment, and then it needs to confirm that this is our credential or not.
For me, showing the same error again.
And for me as well. So in that case, click add. And click add. And click close. Add, and close. Seriously, I think we have to just it still caught that it didn't update itself. So I'm just gonna close this, guys. Just simply close the Microsoft Azure Active Directory Connect. Just simply close it. I'm gonna open that again because now when it opens, it's gonna grab the new settings. It's gonna understand, oh, enhanced security is gone now. So I'll just open it again. So where is it? Close it and open it again. Azure Ready Connect. Here it is in downloads folder. I'm gonna open it again. Click. It says showing yellow triangle. So Mohsen, you don't have internet connection? Go there to Edge, go to Edge, and open CNN.com or CP24.com. Internet, right? Okay, so Mohsen, follow me. If you don't have internet, follow me. Click here on the machine. Go to settings. Right click on the top here. Go to settings. And then how many network cards you have? 2 or 1? So 1. Okay, so go here, add, and then select this network adapter and click finish. And keep it as NAT. So now you should have internet connection after a few seconds or so go ahead, press OK. Right, cool. So anyway, guys, think start without your data, continue without this data. Anyway, it's gonna just me. Oh, improvement continue. Seriously, okay. Guys, we have opened it again. Now we're gonna click next. Oh, okay. So it is installed.
I went for repair and it is working ahead.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, Paul says it works for me. Okay, good. So, okay, guys, let's click repair. Is it gonna repair? Hey, it's gonna repair. It's not gonna give us the wizard, or is it gonna give us the wizard
It's gonna give you the result.
after all this? Okay, good. So go ahead and click repair. If you had exactly followed me, go ahead and click repair and then press yes, and then go for try to close this edge. Seriously, it's taking me to the edge now. Okay, guys, we're back to this. I just wanted to get rid of the edge. Okay, so we're back here again. And now I agree to the license terms, continue. And then, yes, we don't want the local domain to be routable. Then we go for use express settings. Okay, Moses is working. Pulse is working for me. That's very good. Now I need to put that global admin there. So in the next screen, we'll ask for local on-premises admin. So you need to give that to IOP small, IOP capital, shift 123 without shift 123. Next, sign into your account because I didn't sign in from this browser to the global account. Maybe it will make me sign in. Okay, it's making me sign in. Seriously? Okay. So I'm gonna sign in from here. Next. If we had already signed in the background in the browser, then it would have just picked it from there. But anyway, it's okay. Small IOP, capital IOP, shift 123 without shift 123, sign and in. And it's multi-factor authentication, which is good, very good. And it's for me it is 745, 745, 745, 745. I'm logged. 7:45, 7:45. Verify. Okay, guys, so it's going ahead now, finally. Hopefully. And one day, Monday or Sunday, it's gonna finish that. So yay, I think summoning domains. Oh, thank God. If you're on this screen, it's okay. Connect to the ADDS. ADDS is Active Directory Domain Services. This is your on-prem environment. It's asking for the top account for this on-prem environment. And in my, so on-prem is this guy. Guys, you have to put the domain name. It says here, contosa.com/username. Domain name backslash username. You have to put it like that. So I'm gonna go for samosa dot local backslash. Even if you don't put dot local, and if you put the prefix samosa, it will fill up the dot local itself. But which account am I logged in from? I'm an admin in my case, and the password for this is small abc, capital ABC, shape123 without shape123. It took it, and it's on the next screen. Yay!
So it's like samosa.local and then backslash.
Yeah, it's
What's the username?
backslash.
Samosa.local and
Local, and then the username. Did you create the Dipendra admin or something like that?
Dipendra.
Okay.
Dipendra.
Yeah. So the username
Dipendra
you put
admin,
there.
right?
Exactly. And whatever password you put there. So use that.
Dipendra not added. Okay, good. I'm
Okay.
following you.
So here, guys, it says here, not Azure at it. So samosa.local, it says simply that, hey, I checked the global, the Azure Active Directory. I don't find this domain there. How come? So it's saying that. So obviously, if we go there, don't find that domain name there, right? So if I go to admin center here and in the Office 365, right? If I click show all here and then click settings here and domains, whatever domains it knows about in the cloud is just this free domain. So if I switch back to VMware Workstation, so this local domain is not up there. It's okay. We don't want this domain to be up there. We just want it to be the domain of the local branch here. This branch only, not up here. Right? So it's okay. It doesn't matter. It just says continue without matching all UPN suffixes. User principal names. That suffix just means the end part of the username. End part, all the users in this domain are ending with samosa.local. So whichever user is there, if I go to the Active Directory here and go to Exchange users and go for Aisha Bihari, so this they all end with this domain name, whatever domain name we gave here. So it says that, you don't want me to match all users up there in the cloud. So we said, no, don't do that and continue. Let us just synchronize the users. Okay. So click that option and click next. Ready to configure. You're ready. So start the synchronization process when configuration completes. Yes. So guys, what we're expecting is it's going to go ahead for some time and time for break as well. So what we are expecting is that if we go to the online area, we will not be just seeing this few 15 users. We'll be seeing very soon 90 users, okay, instead of just these. So it will be soon. It's an automated process now, and it has made that connection. So, and we're going to be refreshing that. So let it go, and let's take a break now and come back. Hopefully by that time it should be done. So break and class starts at port 14 till 24 to 12:24. So
Sir, before you go for break, one last question for me is, when I try to give license to the depender admin in Azure, so it's saying one error is like license assignments failed.
um,
Yeah. So
okay,
I selected it Microsoft 365 E5 developer without Windows and audio conferencing. I ticked on it, and below that it's saying review license options, and there's a lot of license which all are ticked. I say, and I click on save, and like it says license assignments failed.
Did you uncheck some licenses
No, I didn't uncheck any.
or apps? Okay. How many are left? Did it tell you that?
No. So it's like there's select licenses, and then it's like Microsoft 365 E5 developer. Below that is like review license options, and then under select, they are like, okay, I selected one and save. It says like my license assessment failed, assignment failed,
Can you share your
license
screen?
assignment failed for the member.
Can you share your screen?
Sure, sir. Where is it? How do I share my screen now? Because I'm using it on a different computer. So it's like a snapshot and then click on WhatsApp.
A snapshot is also good. You can just take a snapshot and put on WhatsApp if you want. License assignment field. This probably possible.
Sir, also end of the class, can you tell us how to cancel the 365 account? I have 2 accounts. I want to cancel that as pay you go.
So are you logged in from that?
Yes.
Well, then if you are logged in from that, go to billing and then go to, first you have to go to admin center, go to billing, and then go to your, I think, licenses. And if it shows you there in the licenses, then there are your products as well. Show there as well. Yeah, I actually go to your products and then go inside. And yeah, there's a cancel subscription. So admin center, link, your products, cancel subscription.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Sir, which account are we supposed to give these licenses to, like depender admin at Microsoft.com or to the GA?
GA.
GA, right?
Yeah. So who are you giving a license? The first one? Master G.
Sir, I'm not. I'm sure it wasn't for that, but anyways, I will. Sir,
Samosa. You have to send me samosas. I will give you the address of the shop and home address.
sir,
So you have to order for me samosa.
yeah. So give me the address of the shop. That definitely will help. And where is this, sir? Okay, on GA. I'm so sorry to take this break time away from you.
Yeah.
So I'm in
See,
this
now I'm
GA
breakless.
account.
Yeah.
I'm in like account.microsoft.com. That's a overview. So where do I go for? How do I give licenses to this?
Did you give license to GA?
I was trying on the other one, it seems. So now I open the GA. Now what do I do next?
That's it.
I've logged
So
in with GA, right? So I log in with GA,
yeah.
and then I go to home, and then
Mhm.
where is the? I'm in the G. I'm in GA with inside the Office portal.
Oh, then there are long steps we did now sit back and enjoy the show. Master Ji, Master Ji means your respected teacher.
Sir,
हाँ जी,
no. You are Master Ji. You teach me, sir. Now what happens? I go to the normal
that's a
login.
that's
Okay.
a long list of steps you missed then.
No, sir. I didn't miss a step, sir. Sir, I didn't. I
Oh,
was
that's
following.
good. So your did you install the Azure Active Directory?
Yes, I didn't. It's configured, everything done, finished already.
Okay,
So
then
the
just
license
use
part,
this.
only the
Okay, so global admin account, you have to just log in again
okay.
from in private. Go to
Yeah.
incognito, put
I did.
portal,
I logged in with that in private, done.
and change that as well.
Yeah,
Change the
that's
username
where I
password.
was.
I mean, a password as well.
Yeah, I changed the password. Only thing is that
Okay.
giving the licenses is the issue.
Then you're there. Yeah, you're good. And just you need to use that username password now
Yeah.
to this. So where it asks, so just launch this and then put that global admin username password. That's it.
This done. This is finished. Configured.
Oh, then everything is done. Yeah, let's go for break. Yeah.
Only the licenses, the
Okay.
E65 license that it's not taking. You remember you gave the
Okay.
enterprise licenses to the
Now I
GA?
get it. I thought the rest of the steps were not done, but you have done all the steps. You're good now. That's great.
Only GA license. What to do about that?
Okay. Right.
Enterprise
Excellent.
license for GA.
Cool. So yeah, you're good now. We should be able to do the next steps as well after the break.
Sure, sir. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye bye. Bye bye. No. Oh, let's see
See
you
you
after the
soon.
break.
See you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Resume. Uh, okay. So in the chat, Jamin says done. I'm seeing all the users synced in Azure. Yay. Okay, that's good. I think mine should be done as well. I'll just log in again because the screen lock has locked it. I'm just gonna as a control or delete here. Definitely it should be done by now. And there you go. Errors after errors. Seriously, I know. What's this? No specific information for this page is available. Blah blah blah. Okay, that's a lot of errors that I never saw in my life before for this particular process. I'll still go ahead and check this online if the users were it synchronized. Okay, refresh. Definitely with these errors, same showing up in Azure. Paul says, oh, you also saw the error. For Jamin it worked, and for no Jamin, the 5 users that you created, those users are showing up there. That's what you're saying? So Paul says working on me. Okay, so it's working. I'm gonna just do a retry. I mean, maybe the internet connection was not available for some reason. Verifying synchronization service connectivity to Azure Active Directory. It never failed like this before. And one more thing is I'll just remove this lockout screen. So the screen should not lock. I'm just gonna do that. Okay, so error occurred while creating the connector for the Samosa.local directory. The error was management agent error name Samosa.local error. A management agent with this name already exists. No kidding. You know, when I started that first and then I canceled out and then continued, so that really messed up the whole thing. Management agent with this name already exists. What to do next? No specific information. Kidding me? I'll open the click retry to run this wizard. Well, logger added successfully. If I go way down here, it's not good. So with this, you know, this is very sensitive, um, you know, process. That's why when it started, we should not be closing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to uninstall this Azure Active Directory and reinstall it and then start the synchronization again. Seriously, man. Okay, remove. Put in. If this error comes, then remove only. If your side worked, then you're good. You don't have to follow me. But for me, the error came, so obviously I have to get rid of it. Add or remove programs. Add or remove programs. So don't follow me if your site worked properly. You're okay. Only follow me if you also got the same error. Azure AD Connect, I'll just uninstall it. Yes, there's hand raised. Is it exercise or is it a question? Okay, I'll remove everything. Let's see, SQL Server 9, Total 9, 2019 local DB. So it's uninstalling now. Okay, so Paul shows or shares the screenshot of his screen where all the local users have been successfully synchronized to the cloud environment. Exactly the same steps worked for Paul, and I think Jamin also. Anyone else for whom the steps worked? Oh, it's when you install the selected component. It doesn't take that much time. Also install supporting components. Kidding me? Oh, yeah. Oh man, seriously. Okay, so Raphael says it worked for me, worked for him as well. So Jamin, it worked. Mohsen, it worked. Paul, it worked. It worked as well. Uh, huh. Wow, it worked for so many the exact same steps. Obviously, it worked always for me until today. I should not have closed it, man. Now it's like taking forever. It's a 1 MB application for God's sake. Why are you taking so much time? Okay, what else is there as a dependency? Yeah, all these guys. But this is supposed to remove. Wow. Seriously, I'll just quickly restart and come back here again and uninstall. Even uninstall works right away. And you need samosa to get it work. Yeah, exactly, Jamie. Uh, why did I even name it samosa? I think samosa is proving to be unlucky for me. And last time I put jalebi there. It's a round thingy, sweet round thingy in East Indian culture. So jalebi that worked as well. So I think samosa was a bad idea. Yeah, I should eat it a lot so it would get that energy from there to work. Serious. Wow. Happening to my labs. So it's working for others. Same steps. It's not working for me. Okay, so I also, Jamin says I also create same domain samosa. It worked for me. Okay, so samosa is not samosa then, thank God. Samosas all over the world are right now celebrating. Uh, so it's not the samosa. Good. Oh man, start. What is going on? Okay, I'm not using their browser. I'll just close it to save some more. And what is going on? Week 3. What else? Okay, applying computer settings. Yeah, I resumed it last time. I restarted it. I think no, I didn't restart it. But without not restarting, makes it do weird things. Some of the services are started, some are not. Resuming does do that too. It starts doing weird things, unexpected things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just launch this dude again, Azure Active Directory after a restart. All services are refreshed now. So as soon as everything is started, I'll just start that.
So actually, what caused this problem, sir?
Yeah, it's eat paneer samosa. Where it is. Yeah, you're right. Exactly, paneer. Oh, okay. So yeah, it's well for now. Even the Microsoft says that we have no cause for that solution for that error, and there's a very long log file, so I have to dig it out. It never came before, so I think it could have been because I didn't restart my machine for a long time, and if it starts doing weird stuff, then we should restart. But yeah, otherwise, I'll have to check what the error is all about. No idea. Okay, here will be capital V shape 1 2 3 without shape 1 2 3. Go, 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 go. Move it, move it, move it. Why don't you move it, move it? Want to? Go ahead. Oh, come on, We're gone. Oh, seriously, unable to validate credentials due to unexpected error. Restart your Azure AD Connect with the interactive auth option to further diagnose this issue. Extended message and error occurred only for me. Wow, seriously. Okay. So yeah, what I was doing, I'll just do that now to restart and remove programs. Otherwise, I'll connect to somebody else's screen and just simply go ahead and show the next steps. Also, while this is going on, we will purchase the domain and we can add it on online users. And while I'm uninstalling it, now I'm going to give it ample time. Yes. It's just 175 MB, so it should also install supporting components. Shall I click that? Yeah, but I want all the information to be gone. There you go. See, installed in a second. The remnants were successfully installed. See, there's something wrong with the machine, not the thing. Okay, so that's done. It's still there. No, it's not. All the components gone. Hopefully. So I'm just gonna launch it again now. And come on. Okay, it should start like the first time it was starting before. Azure installed Microsoft Azure AD Connect. Yes. So for this is chat, can I use my previously used domain name? I have deleted all the 790 users from all tenant. Wow. Okay. Yes, you may. If you have successfully removed that, yes. Continue. Yes. Use express settings. It seems to be going out now. So I'll go for that domain as well. And IOB, capital IB, ship123, without ship123. Next. Connecting to Microsoft Online to verify credentials. So just finger cross, it will work this time, sir. Okay. Then uncross the fingers if it does work. Okay. Oh, come on. Copy. Yeah, it detects that. Yes, this is the account. And IOP, capital IB, shape123, .123. Okay. Code. Come on. 22358. 22358. Yeah, that was a big one. Okay. Seriously, okay, finger cross accepted. So able to receive Azure Active Directory configuration exception of type Microsoft.online. Now it's connecting to online. But seriously, hey guys, let's connect to somebody else's machine and finish this. At least today's content I could anyone who is able to let me connect. So 0x, yes. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Jamie. So guys, are you able to see this screen? Paul, yeah, that was admin account, global admin. Okay. So everyone's able to see the screen, right? Okay, guys. So, Jamie, am I able to click it? So, what I can do is that join, enter meeting. Yeah, it's okay. Jamin, I'll tell you what to do and you can do it. Okay? So what we need to do is, yeah, you can minimize this. Nice. Okay, so I'll let you know what to do and you can follow. So first of all, go to go to tools on the right side and then go to Active Directory users and computers. Oh yeah, tools and Active Directories and computers. And then expand and then go for his 5 users that you had created, which are user 1, 2, 3, 4 you created. So let's pretend that those are all the users that were created in the synchronization. So let's go up to the cloud now and check it out if these 5 users are there, user 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And excuse me. So all the users are there. That's very good. Second thing is, if you click the user 1, guys, you can follow that with the synchronized users, right? Our first user is Aisha Behari. In the script, it created the first user as Aisha Behari. And click that. So the user 1 here is go to the admin center, then click user 1. So you can go to the admin center, which is admin center, right? Yeah. So well, you can go way up. Yeah, home. Yeah, this one, which you opened with the not that Enter Admin Center, but the Microsoft 365. So you can open portal.yes, this exactly. So here, go to user 1, so refresh active users. Okay, click active users and refresh because it should appear there as well. User 1, 2, 3, 4, or all the 390 users should appear there. Now, user 1 is let's click the user 1 and then you will see that obviously these users are unlicensed. First of all, okay, if you can close that, this user 1, close, and on the third column you see unlicensed, exactly. So let's give a license to user 1 only and let's click that. So go to the licenses and apps on the top. There you go. And here, you just have to click that Microsoft 365 E5, Canada, and exactly, and just this. Now you are left with 6 licenses. I think everyone is seeing that on their screen as well, or whoever's following, you're doing that. So click the Save Changes. And so that's how we can give license to the users. Second thing is that if we want to make any changes, now there are some rules to follow here, right? That we want to make, if we want to make changes, then what do we do? So for that, we need to share my screen. So I'm going to share my screen and do the theory. Then I'm going to come for practical. Then I'm going to switch to, then I'm going to request Jamin to share his screen, right? So I'm going to share my screen quickly now. So you could just see the theory part. And energy is serious. Energy connect. Wow, this is so disappointing. Anyway, so I'm just gonna go back to this theory part. Now, guys, what do we need to do? If there are some rules here, right? Excuse me. Rule number 1 is you were saying?
Before we go ahead, the license that we give, there's 6 remaining licenses. If we revoke from one of these, then will we have 7 back, or is once
Yes.
used is gone?
No, we can revoke anytime until as long as we have the 3-month license available. So yes, we can revoke anytime and give it to someone else.
Thank you,
Okay. And so guys, here the rules are: if a user account was created in on-premises Active Directory, then all changes for these users, we have to go to on-prem AD, and on-prem AD, make the change. Well, what am I doing? Make the change and do either wait 30 minutes or do manual sync right away. So that's the way to go for it. If we are making changes, user account changes, that is, user account changes to an account that was created in Azure AD directly, the cloud Azure Active Directory, Azure AD directly, then we can change. Then we can make changes there directly. Make changes in the cloud. So remember, wherever the account was created, you need to go there to make those account changes. And we're going to do one exercise now. We're going to be changing the department of all the users that were synchronized, and we're going to synchronize then those changes. So first we're going to go to the on-premises. We're going to make the changes on the just the department, and then we're going to put it sales department for all the users in on-premises. Then we're going to do a manual synchronization. So we will learn how to do manual synchronization as well. And then we're going to expect those changes to be in the cloud, in those same accounts in the cloud, in their department window. Whatever we made change in the on-premises in their profile should be will be shown there in the cloud user account profile as well. So we're gonna make a change. We're gonna learn how to do manual sync, and then we're gonna prove that yes, we're gonna prove several things. That wherever the account is created, you need to make only changes there, and then synchronize. If the account was created in cloud directly, then you don't have to synchronize. Obviously, the changes just happen directly there in the cloud. So that's one thing. Other than that, only password change for the synchronized accounts can be done directly from the cloud as well. There are actually few more changes that can be done there. So very few. But the password is one of those main changes that can be done directly. Even for synchronized account, you can change the password in the cloud as well. Any other change in the user profile, you have to go back where they were created and make the change, and then the synchronization, and only then that change will reflect in the Azure cloud. So let's do it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the okay. So lab. So major steps are go to on-prem DC domain controller, open AADC Active Directory users and computers. Okay, I didn't mention that in the slide. Now Active Directory users, and you should get familiar with all these terms because in production environment, hybrid environment especially, you will have to know these terms, users and computers. So in OpenADUC, then go to the synchronized users and change their department to sales, and refresh the domain, and then open AADC Azure Active Directory Connect and do manual sync. Okay, let's do that whole thing now. Check if the department value of these users is changed in their cloud profiles as well. Azure AD cloud profiles. Azure AD cloud profiles. So let's do it. Okay. So yeah, Jamin, can you share your screen? Thank you. All right. Thank you. And so hopefully everyone's seeing that, or those who are following, many of you are following, so that's very cool. So guys, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the on-premises. Yes. And we're going to be choosing, so we are already inside Active, but yeah, close this, go to tools, Then open this same again so the users can know that where to go. So tools in server manager and open Active Directory users and computers. Thank you. And then expand the whole window, make it a bigger window. Excuse me. And then guys, those who have synchronized accounts created, you will go click the exchange users container, yellow container. Jamie doesn't have that, so he cannot click that. Once you click the container there in the yellow folders, among the yellow folders, then on the right side, you will see all those accounts. Now, what you need to do is we need to change the department value for all the accounts in one go. Let me do that. So, Jamin, can you select the first user? And that's what you're going to do in that folder, inside that Exchange users folder. Select the first user. Actually, you know what? I can show that too. Excuse me. But anyway, user one, select that and keep it selected. Don't do anything else. And go down to press shift on the keyboard and select the user 5. Shift on the keyboard. Yes. Press, just keep it selected and go down, pressing shift and click user 5. Keep pressing shift button and click user 5. Yeah, there you go. So all 5 users are selected. Now stay here. Those who are doing, you have the synchronized users, 390 users, you can just press the first user and on the keyboard type Control A, Control button, A button. That will select all the users, 390 users, because you're selecting. If you do what Jamin did, that will take you more time because you select the first user, then go way down to the last user, and then keep pressing Shift key and click the last user. It will be selected. So just press first user inside the Exchange user folder and press the Control key and keep pressing it and press the A key, Control All. Select all the users. So hopefully you are able to follow it. And once it is selected on the blue area, blue screen, just go ahead and right click. And now you see that. So go to the properties. So it's all selected users. So go to the properties, and now you see last tab on the top right, organization. Everyone who has a synchronized users should also be able to do that. If you have selected all the users, then click department. Yes, and let's type sales. First letter capital, the other rest small. That's it. So if you have typed it, then click apply. And now all the 390 users or all these 5 users have the same change done. So press OK. Good. And then you see the domain there, samosa.local. Click that and refresh once or 100,000 times. A few thousand times. Okay, anyway, refresh once is okay. Now,
Excuse me.
you were saying?
Assuming we have about 100 OU to create, organization units, does the same thing apply the way you did for these 5? Are we going to do for different like that for like 100 OU to create for the users?
Suppose you're making a change to 100 OUs, and guys, what is OU? OU is this yellow folder. Suppose we were doing that in one OU, right? So suppose there are actually very big organization and there's one OU, second OU, third OU, fourth OU. So then we have to use PowerShell commandlet. There are many PowerShell commandlets out there that we can use to select all the users just to change their department. But the other way inside this area is the under the samosa.local domain that you can go. If it's 100, then it's PowerShell. There's no other way. I mean, like that, the manual ways are still the same, but that would 100 users, that will take like many hours or even days. So yes, it will be PowerShell commandlet. There are many scripts out there that you can just change any one user, profile item with the script. So I will try to search that. Otherwise, how to change the profile item or profile value of thousands of users with PowerShell. We do that, it will come up with so many other scripts. So suppose I go to this, and there is our best friend, the robot, the Chat GPT, and we should really seriously get the habit of using this, but you cannot blindly trust whatever it gives you. You have to be knowledgeable about what it does. So, how to change department? Suppose I just go for department value for 1,000 users in active directory with PowerShell. So if I just type that, it's going to search somewhere on the internet, and it says that, okay, first import module active directory. Then you must have a CSV where all the users are already mentioned first. And then this command will just simply access that CSV with all the users inside with proper formatting. Then it will simply change their department to whatever the department value you want. Right? So this is the whole process. I mean, obviously you have to spend 1 or 2 hours to perfect it. After that, it's whenever you want to make any change in the value of thousands of users, this is the way. So obviously, I think is from experience, HR department in the company will give users.csv. So you can get the list of all the users from human resource department, and they will give you an Excel file. Then you have to check that this PowerShell script or command, how does it read that? So it's gonna read the username, and that's gonna do all this. So set AD user minus identity, whatever the username is. You can also download that list from Active Directory as well, because it's just asking for username, and usernames are normally not with HR, it's within our Active Directory. So you have to work on that. It takes 1 or 2 hours or 3 hours max. But then once the script is perfected, yeah, there you go. Then you can just implement that. Yes, it's PowerShell. It's no longer, from click, we can't do that. Okay. So, yeah, what I was doing here, guys, here, let's do the manual sync now, right? Because also I want to show you one more thing. Jamin, if you can go to your Azure Active Directory, go to user one and show us the department value of attribute or window. Yeah, here, that user one. So, right. And if you go to user one, yeah, and go to edit properties. Edit properties is top on the top. Yeah, there you go. Now you should be looking at the department, and it should be empty. Department, so you can go down. Oh, job information. Yeah, there you go. It's empty right now. Department is empty in front of it. So once we do the manual synchronization, this value should be populated. Right? So let's do this. Now we're going to go back to the machine, and then yeah, let's go to the machine and go to the open the AADC tool. Minimize everything, and yeah, close. And so go to the Azure Active Directory. Azure Active Directory Connect. So minimize everything. Show me the desktop. Minimize everything. All the windows minimize. And yeah, there you go. And there you go. So Azure AD Connect. Let's double click that. This time we're not waiting for 30 minutes. We want to manually synchronize now. Suppose it's an emergency. I mean, we want it ASAP, right? So this is how then we can do it. The synchronization service scheduler is suspended. The scheduler is suspended. It says that there, right? So this means 30 minutes sync is suspended now. Whenever you come out of this window, close it, then it will follow the 30-minute schedule. So anyway, let's click configure because we're doing it manually. This time we're selecting the third option from here, customize synchronization options. Let's click that. Next. So here, yeah, you know what to do. It's gonna ask again, hey, what is the global admin username password for mine? Okay, Azure ready, and it's gonna go through the whole process. Yes, that's a good thing. The code is not reaching in Calgary. It is okay.
It is.
Okay, so verify and so guys, now it's a little different, set of choices. This one is okay. It just says that, hey, from your samosa.local domain, do you want to synchronize these whatever changes you made? So nothing much here. We're gonna click next here. Because if there are multiple local domains as well, then only you can do something. Here, guys, one very, very important, very, very critical thing. Here, there's one very important critical thing we need to understand. And what is that? So, if so, first of all, Jimin, if you can select the sync selected domains and OUs, which is the second option, and then expand the samosa.local domain. Guys, here you can see all those same folders, but also it's showing some hidden folders that normally are not showing there in the Active Directory users and computers, console or window. So those are showing here. We can still ignore them, lost and found and others. What we are interested in is the users folder in case of Jamin's machine, and in other, those are the users who were successful in synchronization. So you should be seeing the Exchange users folder there as well, which is also selected. Right? So the thing is, the only point to understand here is one. Suppose, uh, you unselect the Exchange users folder, do that, or you unselect the users folder. Suppose you do that. So suppose there were two folders. You can see the last two folders. One is system here in the screen. There is users. Right? Now system has one user, and you made a change in that user, and you want only that change to synchronize. Suppose, and users folder has 5 users. You didn't do any change there, right? And so you think that, oh, I didn't make any change in the users folder, so why should I unsynchronize it? Why should I synchronize this one? So suppose you uncheck that users folder. So temporarily just uncheck this, but when we go ahead, you will again check, right? So again, suppose you have one user in system where you actually made a change, so you keep it checked. And suppose you didn't make any change in the users folder, which you unchecked. Why did you uncheck? Uncheck because you're thinking, since I didn't make any change here, why should I synchronize it? It makes perfectly logical sense, right? But
Yes.
this is a critical mistake. We must not do that. What happens when you uncheck? Whatever's inside is deleted there. Whenever you uncheck, whatever's inside it, if it was synchronized before, now you're unchecking, it will think that you're telling it to delete it. So that's a no-go area. We never uncheck. So suppose there were 10,000 users in system folder, and suppose there were 10,000 users in users folder. You only made changes in few users in system folder. Never made any change in the 10,000 users in users folder. You still keep all users checked, all folders checked. If you want something to be deleted, you uncheck. If you want to keep it there, keep it checked. So even if you don't synchronize, keep it checked. That's the main point. I hope you understand. So yeah, if it is checked, so Mohsin says in the chat where we can set the synchronization time here. Oh, Mohsin, that is also our show. After this, I'll show. But actually, I gave that as an assignment to courses ago or 3 courses ago to the students that come up with the PowerShell, which was a Google search away or a Chat GPT. At that time, there was no Chat GPT. Google search away, and many students came up with that assignment of how to change the synchronization time from 30 minutes to whatever you want. In fact, how about I give you an assignment with ChatGPT? I think you will be able to do that in seconds, but it should work as well. So you need to test it. So there will be assignments coming to you. That only increases your knowledge and experience and search experience as well. Guys, so this is it. This is the main point you understand. Do not uncheck unless you want to delete. Okay, if there is no changes, still keep it checked. And let's click next. Okay, so Mohsin says another thing. If I have 500 users and I want to synchronize only 250 users, can we do it? Yeah, that's a very good question. So guys, suppose you have 500 users in that Exchange users folder. You only want synchronization of half of those users, 250 users. Anyone has a solution already? I think it's an easy one. Anyone has a solution for that? So you have 500 users in one folder. You only want to synchronize 250 of them. What do you do?
In a different container.
Synchronize also.
Hmm? There was another student who was saying something. Wait.
Not like maybe that, so that like those users in a different container and only
Exactly.
container synchronized, right?
So whichever container. So if there were 500 users in one container or folder, always call it container, guys. Let's stick to the, the main wordings there. Okay,
Yeah.
terminology. So if there were 500 users and half of them you want to synchronize, just create another container folder. But now let's just stick to container. So create just another container, move all the 250 users to that container, and keep that one container with 250 users clicked or checked. Don't check the other container. So those users in another container which you don't want to synchronize will not synchronize if it is not checked here. Those which you want to synchronize, just keep that checked. That's the solution for that, exactly as you said. So
Where is the place to check and uncheck the containers, sir?
if so, click previous, Jamin.
Yeah, these are the containers.
Yeah. So suppose you created another container and you moved the users, but you don't want those users to be synchronized. So you just simply uncheck that container. So it will not be up there in the cloud. They will still be here. Whichever you check here, they will be here as well as in the cloud.
So, but you said whenever we uncheck it, then it gets deleted in the cloud, right?
In the cloud, yes. So, but you don't want to synchronize in the first place any of the users. So you can still then manually you have to do that here and uncheck that container, so they will not be there in the cloud. When you say that you don't want to synchronize, just means you want them. If they made it there somehow, delete them from there, but they will still be here. Okay, there's one question here. The way we did the first synchronization, it didn't ask for this option the first time. We were synchronizing all the users, right? In that case, then we have to go PowerShell if we are to customize, because first time it synchronizes everything. Second time, when you can come here where you can uncheck. Hey, actually, I didn't mean to synchronize those 250 users. So then move them to the other container, then uncheck it. It will delete those users up there. It will keep whatever is checked here. So it's kind of tricky, but yes, that's how you can not have users up there in the cloud. But the first time when you're synchronizing, suppose you don't want half users to be there still, first time even, yes, then it's a PowerShell command, and it should tell that only this container, that container only I want to synchronize. Right? So with GUI, you don't have much options, graphical user interface. Yeah, there's another hand up.
So if we have a lots of changes like in the users active directory user, then we need to create all of the OUs every day.
No, if there are changes there, so just move those users to the. So there should be one. You can even name it launch container or sync container. So whichever one or five, suppose out of 500, only 3 users synchronization was done. So you can even move those users to another container. If the synchronization was done, 2 or 3 users, all the users are also in cloud as well, then just make the changes with whichever user you want and then keep that folder selected, because even if you didn't make any changes and the users were supposed to be up there, then they will be still okay. So, but if you don't want any other users to be going up there in the same folder, then you have to move. That's the only way. Move those users, and normally moving is very simple. Hey, Jamin, have you done any moving before? So can you open the Active Directory users and computers in the server manager? Yeah, here. And tools, directory users and computers. Now let's create a new container by right click on formosa.local and new and organization unit OU and name it sales marketing. Name it marketing. Okay. Now let's go to users and just move user 5. Click, move. And yeah, marketing. Select the marketing, press OK. It's that simple. Now let's go to marketing. The user is here now. We can create a container called a sync container. Whichever users only you want their changes moved, synced, and you can move it here. Then move
So,
it back to that container.
so it's new, and in the formosa.local you right click and then it's a new, and from inside the new it is
Organizational unit, this one. So
okay.
that is just creating another folder, but we call it container. Guys, so yeah, these are day-to-day things that we will face. So it's good to have those kind of discussions there as well. And we all learn from those questions. Okay, let's go ahead, guys. You were saying?
In production environment, how rapidly the user in Active Directory changes the changes in Active Directory user, like onboarding,
Yeah,
offboarding.
you were saying?
Yeah, like the offboardings happens,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
account disable
Exactly.
and so.
So in big environments, it's often. In small environments, it's from time to time. I mean, in a very big environment, obviously there will be all kinds of departments and changes might be coming pretty much every day. Tickets will be created. Or in small environments, we don't see that much often. Onboarding, offboarding keeps on going. The users are leaving the company and joining the company, so that time we have to synchronize. Otherwise, yeah, not much. So what these are very small steps that we need to always know. Okay, so yeah, we have selected all the users because we want them up there. So their folder is selected or container is selected. Let's click next. Thank you. So guys, here you can see on the top Exchange hybrid deployment, Exchange mail public folders. We don't have Exchange server installed in our environment. What is the Exchange server for? It handles emails. We don't have those Exchange server available. That's why it's grayed out. There's Azure AD app and attribute filtering. That is if you have some application that is connected to Active Directory and some of their attributes need to be synchronized. Password write back is below the selected one. The selected one is password hash synchronization, right? So this is the selected one. This, it says password hash synchronization. What is password hash? Your password. It's called password hash actually. It's in hash value, so it's in value that normal cracking softwares cannot crack. So password hash synchronization just means if you change your password, then I'm gonna, synchronize it to the cloud. But no, it not only synchronizes the change password, it synchronizes anything you change in the user profile. The name is a bit misleading, but we made a change in the department value, right? it says password hash synchronization. So yeah, it not only does password, but it does pretty much everything about the user. Any change you make, this is the only option you need to select to synchronize with the cloud. Okay, then password write back. Write back is that you actually change the password of the user, just synchronize user, which was created here in on-prem, but you change that user's password in the cloud. Then you enable password write back. It means, oh, Don's password in the cloud directory I changed, I need to synchronize it back on-premises environment. If that's the case, then you only select password write back. Otherwise, recommendation is wherever the users were created, go there and change password from there only. Okay. Well, that's recommendation, please. Okay. So group, right? Yeah.
So when we check password hash synchronization, so any changes will synchronized.
Any change will be synchronized, not just password. Any change. Yeah. Okay. Group write back is just that if you've changed the anything in the groups, security groups that we create there, marketing group, sales group, administration group, and there are so many employees of the marketing in that group, right? So if you made any changes in that group and you made those changes in the cloud, write back only means whatever changes you made in the cloud for those groups and users that you created on premises. You only use write back for those, obviously. If you directly created some user in the cloud, you don't have to come here anyway. Okay, so device write back, if you made any changes to the already joined device, then obviously we don't have that available, so it is grayed out. And directory extension attribute sync. So anything in the attribute level, schema level that you've made in the Active Directory, you want to synchronize, then this is used. I'm going to stick to the only option here, password hash synchronization, and let's click that. And it's the same process. It's gonna finish here, and then we are expecting the department value change up there in the cloud. It's already, okay, let's click configure.
When you what was the question? I forgot. So
I'm free with the class. You will, yeah, you will say.
if you transfer the user 5 to different folder, and then what do you do? What would be the next? So you select that folder
Yes.
to
Then you
synchronize.
open this Azure Active Directory Connect. That folder appears here. Select it and next finish.
So it means that user 5 will synchronize. How
Yes.
about the rest of them? You uncheck.
If
I have
you
5
don't,
user,
no, I was answering that. So if you don't want those users to be in the cloud anymore, you uncheck it. If you still want them in the cloud, but you didn't make any changes, but you still want them in the cloud, so keep it checked. Even if you didn't make any change here, keep them checked. Keep their folder checked.
It means 1 to 4 will be checked, and number 5 is also checked. Because we just want them to be in the cloud.
Exactly. Yes, you're right.
Okay. And if we don't want in the cloud, then we uncheck.
Simply uncheck, and they will be deleted actually.
Okay.
All right, guys. So here it is done, and yeah, that's it. Let's click exit. Now all we need is refresh on the other side. We can just check. Sometimes it change, the department value appears right away for some students. For others, it takes time to show the department value there. You go to active all users here and go to user 1 to 5. There's all the users we made the change. So yeah, user 1 and properties. Hey, department value is there. Wow, that's right away. Now we should all move to Calgary because the internet connection is there very fast. Okay, so cool. So this is the point where we're trying to prove is that if you want to make any changes in the user profile, you have to go to the origin that account. If it was created in on-premises, go there, make the change, synchronize. If it was created in the cloud, you can change it directly here anyway. So that is the point here, and sales is here as well. Good. Great. Okay. So the next point here is
Sir,
sure.
so it's under home and then users, right? Active users, and in users, when I try the users, then when I click on so suppose user 1, and it's opening in the side, it's not showing any department. But for you, it is. You are in entramicrosoft.com. I'm in
Yes.
adminmicrosoft.com.
Okay, so Jimin, if you can go to admin, from here there also we can do that.
Yeah, I'll show you. So
Yeah,
this
that's fine.
is
Oh,
so this is the admin
yeah,
one.
that's fine. I think Devendra, you're there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I'm here.
Yeah. So go ahead and click
I'm
Jimin here, user 1. No, even from here we can see.
okay.
So if you click that, it will open on the right side, the window. Then
Yeah.
you go to the the address information. Where is it? Contact information. Go down on the account, and there
Yeah.
is a contact information. We just saw that.
Manage
Yeah,
contact.
manage contact information. This one. So you click that.
Oh yeah,
Department.
department
Yeah,
is sales. Yeah. Yes.
There you go.
Yes. So where is the other place? The Entra
This
is.
is yeah. Other is
click on that
this
one.
Azure Active Directory. Simply open Azure Active Directory
Yeah.
and then go to
Show
the same
all.
user.
Okay, but okay. So
Intro.microsoft.com and then
and Azure Active Directory.
there you go.
Users.
Azure Directory
Okay.
users, all
Oh,
users.
sure. Thank you so.
Cool. Okay, guys. So that's one point. The second point is okay. It's already 1:30, but we need to have the domain. So let me show you the domain. So I'm gonna be now connecting to my screen. Thank you, Jamin, for that sharing.
Yeah.
I'll be sharing my screen now. And so we know the next important, and that is also very, very important step, which is we can't have our users connected to the free domain, right? So my cloud users right now, so if, imagine your users are there. So even your synchronized users, guys, your synchronized users are having this on Microsoft.com. That's so everyone confirms that. Go ahead and confirm your synchronized users. They have which domain? So they have a free domain, right?
Yes.
You can confirm that synchronized users have all free domain. Okay, so we do not want that free domain. So what do we need to do is, that we need to purchase a domain from GoDaddy.com. If you already have it, that's good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and GoDaddy.com, and then I think I'm using Google. So it's already logged into my account. Otherwise, you create a free account first there, and then if I go to my products in this account, it's recording. If anyone misses it, you can always follow the video. I have certain domains here, but I don't want those domains to be, I don't want those domains to be used for my labs. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to just search for another one. So suppose I go for some random name or master 5-in-1, and I'm asking GoDaddy to search a domain for me. So I'm just going to purchase now a domain from here. It says .ca is for the first year with a 3-year registration. If it's 3 years registration, then they're going in 1 cent. I just want for first year cheapest domain, so I'll go for something very cheap. .com, .ca and .com I'm avoiding. .org, .live. Seriously, that's it. So $4,900. That's it. OneMaster.com. So this is $2,000. So Uncle Bill Gates, Uncle Bill. Anyway, so master 5-in-1 life. name. Anyway, so I'll just go for that. .life. It is 1 cent. It says for the first year is $1.34. Good enough. I'll just go for .life. Any weird name, and I'll purchase that. I'll just click that continue, and it says continue. I click 20 and new. Then full domain protection, no. Domain protection, no. Free privacy protection, yes. Anything free, yes. Start a website for free, okay. I'm not creating a website there anyway. No professional email, but you can create a professional email as well, whatever the name, admin at whatever the name. Okay. So no professional email, it's okay. And continue to cart. In my case, I have the credit card added here for my account. You have to add your credit card information there. It's 1 year. I changed from 3 year to 1 year, and it's $15 now. Obviously, I'm not going for that. Seriously. Okay. Promoted 16.99 info. Okay. I'm changing it to info, and that is supposed to change my result. But $15. Are you okay?
Yes.
So delete.
I think you can get anything lesser than that.
Bless you.
I doubt it if you can get anything less than that, less than a month. So
Okay.
is it possible to get
I
just
think
for a
this
month? 1 month?
no. It's for 1 year. See this? For 99. I had not deleted that other one, so that's why. 6% off. Okay, for 1 year it's $6, which is also okay. It used to be $1.34. That would work as well, but somehow can I delete something? No, that's it. So it's info and $6. Okay, $6 is also not big, but if you can keep on trying and go back and search for even so it checks for something, some useful name, some good name, kind of doesn't offer you then the good price. If you go for something so very stupid name that nobody will care to put that name, no value in the market for that name, it might give you $1 as well, $1.29. Anyway, so I'll just go for $6 here, I think, and I'll pay from.
Sir, I search for like back home I have a company like Himalaya Apartment. So I search for Himalaya Apartment hotel, and it's saying .online is only 1.34
Wow.
for the first year. And then what is it? So there is something like Canadian dollar 1.34, and then there's Canadian dollar 67.74 straight off, and then it says for the first year. So does that mean like for the first year only it is
Yes.
cheaper?
It's only for the first year, and then you have to click cancel renewal, auto renewal, and you have to uncheck the auto renewal. It's the only other thing you have to do, because next year they're going to charge you what they strike off.
Okay.
So auto renewal, just keep an eye on that. That's the only thing.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. I am ready to pay, and PayPal and complete purchase $7. Okay, what do we have to do? Processing. This is the way to purchase, but otherwise, okay, you can keep trying and go for even lesser. If your total amount is $3 or $2, that's also better, obviously. But if there's no way, because everything has become expensive, you have to still go to the start coming soon page. Start coming soon page, create a custom site. Oh yeah, that's just, I'll do this later, guys. The main idea behind purchasing the domain is, now let me explain again, is that we cannot have our employees we cannot have our employees domain name ending with free domain. We cannot have our employees domain name ending with free domain. No one will do business with you. No one will do business with your company. So you have to add your company's domain name to your Azure Active Directory tenant, and then you have to attach it to all your users, right? So John at something.onmicrosoft.com, nobody will believe that email. They will think it's a hacker. When you change it to the company name, John at bitcoin.com, suppose that's the company John works in. So everyone will believe that. So otherwise, nobody will do business with you. So this is very critical to do, that you must attach domain to the tenant, the company domain name, and attach it to all the users as well. Okay, so if I go back here, so here I have this domain name now in dashboard.godaddy.com, and what happens here is that Microsoft, now we're going to add this domain, whatever domain you have. Suppose this is a company domain name, right? So Microsoft will want to know, are you the owner of this domain, or are you the hacker who has hacked somebody else's domain? Microsoft wants to know, are you the owner? So Microsoft wants to have a proof that if you can log into this domain and do what Microsoft says, you do that, Microsoft will know that, oh, you're the owner of this. Okay, now it's okay. So let's go through the process of adding a domain to the tenant. Right, so that's what we're about to do now. How to add a domain to the tenant, to the Azure Active Directory tenant, Azure AD tenant. And that is, so what we're going to do is, we're going to go to the Microsoft Admin Center. So this is important, guys. Let's go to the Admin Center and click Show All. And we're going to go to the Settings. There's the Domains. You can do it from inside the Azure Active Directory as well. You can do it from here as well. Okay. So let's click the domains here. Provided that it's purchased and it takes 24 hours for DNS propagation, which means that all the DNSs of the world know that, oh, somebody purchased this domain, it is available now on the internet. Sometimes it takes 24 hours. If you're lucky, we're gonna have it working right now. So I'm trying this after purchasing it right away. I'm trying this now. So I'm in the admin center. From the admin center, you can see this add domain, right? So let's click suppose this is our company domain name that we're about to add. We're going to click add domain. And it says, give me the correct name of the domain. So I'm just going to go to the godaddy.com dashboard. I'm going to copy exactly the same. So I should not be making any spelling mistake at least. And paste it here. And then I'm going to say that, hey, I want to use this domain. So they will ask, are you the owner? So prove us that you're the owner. So let's just go to the use this domain. And now it says, okay, if you're the owner, then you should be able to create a text record in DNS records, or you should be able to create you can't add a text record, add an MX record. You can create an MX record, which is the email one, or add a text file to the domain's website. So do any of the three things. So Microsoft will trust that you are the owner of this domain and you're not a hacker, right? Adding somebody else's domain without permission. So add a text record to the domain's DNS records. I'm going to keep it clicked. I'm going to click continue. Now, this is the value you need to add there manually in the DNS page of that domain. The DNS page of that domain. So keep it here. In fact, I'm going to copy this one. Yours will be different. Mine will be different. So copy the TXT value. Now we're about to prove to Microsoft, hey, this is our domain. I'm going to go there. Obviously, if you can log in, then it's your domain. So I need to know where's the DNS page of this domain master 5-in-2 info. Okay, 5-in-1 was not there. Okay. So anyway, whatever. Where's the DNS? So view domain settings, create new website. No. And view domain settings should have DNS, but I'll just check some more here. No, that's it. So I'm gonna go to view domain settings. And I need to go to the DNS page there is the DNS page for the new domain that I purchased. So this is the DNS page. I'm gonna click that DNS page, and there are the DNS records. I need to add a new record, which is this, and this will be a TXT record, which I should be able to create easily. So I'm gonna click add new record, and I'm gonna choose from the list TXT, right? So this is the TXT, and name. So what is in the name? I go back there. It's at value. Skip if not supported by provider, but at value. So I'm gonna put shift2. That gives us the at. Now here's the value that is unique to every one of us. So I copy that second value. If I go back there, this is the value that I copied there. And it says time to live is 3600 seconds, which is 1 hour. Okay. So default is actually 1 hour. Unless you want to change it from 1 hour to something else, keep it default. So this is proving that yes, if I can create this TXT record in this domain's DNS page, this means I'm the owner of this domain. I'm gonna click save. Here, that's it. So now all Microsoft needs to do is send a packet there that will detect that this TXT record has been created here. It detects it and it just simply adds your domain to Microsoft tenant. So you can attach that domain to your users. So I'm going to go there, back, and now the verify button is here. I click verify, and here you go. So we cannot find any name servers or DNS records for domain, blah blah blah. Domain doesn't seem to exist. Check if you type correctly the domain name. If you recently registered the domain, it may take a while until the registrar provisions the DNS zone. Please allow 5 to 10 minutes for the change to be replicated. The system, sometimes it can take significantly longer depending on your registrar. Some registrars require verification of the email address used for domain contact before activating the domains. Oh, yes. If you have created that account, whatever email you have right there, just go there and check if that email is there. I'm just going to check my Gmail if there was anything coming from there that wants me to activate it. A receipt for your payment to GoDaddy domains. I got that. Thank you for your order. View or manage transaction ID. Doesn't give me any activate link. So nothing on the email that I have to do because I'm checking on my right side monitor on my promotions. Nothing there. Nothing from GoDaddy that asks me to activate. So this means it's just the DNS propagation that is taking time, and it could take 24 hours as well. So we can only try again. Maybe it works. Does it work for anyone? Right? Oh, it worked for me. Dude, it worked for me. Okay. So how do you want to connect your domain to your Microsoft services so you can use email and instant messaging? There are a couple of options to consider depending on how you would like to manage DNS records. Yep, it's done. We'll provide you. So it went to the next screen. This means it's done, right? So, okay. So what should I use? Yeah, Paul. So you could choose the first one, keep it chosen, and go ahead and create a TXT record. So I'm gonna go back here. That's it. It's detected, so it doesn't let me see that option again for creating a text record because it's already created. So Paul, you need to go to the DNS page of your newly purchased domain, go to DNS and create an add new record and create a TXT record there. It's all recorded in a video as well if you guys want to follow that, because before next class you should have this added successfully, right? We have 148, so the time is nearly up. But we did synchronization, we did add the domain. Now we just need to add this to the users, but there's a trick with the synchronize users. So I'll show you what the trick is. Otherwise, it's very easy to attach this domain to the newly created users and attach this domain to the existing users. Synchronize users, it's a different story there. So let me know if anyone is going through the process of doing it and having issue, so I can show you. But otherwise, in my case, I'm going to click use this domain and continue. That's it. So exchange and exchange online protection. So all these services will be added. To add these records for master, go to DNS hosting provider. So it's going to add exchange server, which is email server related records there. And MX records will be created, CNAME records will be created, TXT records will be created, one of each. So it will create those records automatically for us. You don't have to go there. Otherwise, Office services will not work, which are attached to this domain. Because the email of the user has to be attached with this domain. So it has to create certain more records automatically. Microsoft has to create certain more records automatically in GoDaddy. So it's going to create those. And mail protection, CNAME, it's going to create those. Auto discover, it could discover all the mailboxes. And another text record it's going to create for vendor platform framework. Also, it's for email protection. It's going to create some records. I think the whole world, we are not spammers, we are legit email. So I'm going to say that, hey, go ahead and create these records automatically on my behalf in my DNS page of my ready domain. It's going to create those. And processing. It says that make sure the records you create are, hey, I told them to create my, don't detect that you added those records. Hey, you need to add those records, buddy. For business, Intune and mobile device management. Advanced options. So I want those records also created. Is this for only? We don't use Skype for business. Intune and mobile device management for Microsoft. No, actually, we don't need that. Those records were supposed to be created by Microsoft. To start routing email through Microsoft device, select exchange and protection. Next, sign into your domain. New DNS record. Add new. So it wants us to create those records. Okay, no problem. I mean, they used to create for us on our behalf. View instructions for MS records. Okay, so guys, we need to create these records as well. Ouch. It's recording in the video, so you should not have any issue. I'm gonna just simply go to MX and add these values there. Right? So how do I do that? I'm gonna go to domain, a new record. I'm gonna go for MX. It's supposed to create all those itself. Seriously? I'm gonna add at. First I added MX, then I'm gonna add at. That is 0. Value. All you need to do is just put the value there. Is copy from here. As this you have to do in production environment, so better do it here. So you would look like a hero when you're doing it there. So otherwise, if you are going to be, if you go through this, then in the interview they will also ask, what do you do to add a domain? You can tell all this. This is very important stuff. So I'm going to add another record. The CNAME record. It's pretty easy. Right? Select the CNAME and add the values, and there you go. So I'm going to go add a new record. This is CNAME. I remember in any last class, I didn't have to manually create these records. I think they changed their system. So okay, I'll go for host name. What is the host name for CNAME? It is auto discover. If I go back, what is the points to address or value? autodiscover.outlook.com. Value is autodiscover.outlook.com. Default is this. So this is also good. I'm gonna click save. Even if it is overwhelming, even if it is complicated, companies pay you for doing complicated stuff. Easy stuff everyone knows. So they will not really interested in you if you don't know the complicated stuff. And definitely, this is not complicated at all. Complicated is yet to come. So TXT record, one more I need to create. So TXT, make sure you do that. Okay, at, then value here for string. This is the standard platform net framework. This is also to tell the whole world that, hey, we are not spammers, we are a legit company, and you can trust our email system. Okay, so we're good. Should be good. Now Microsoft will detect all this as well, and then it will let you go ahead. As I can see that now. Okay, so I'm gonna click continue. Please detect Microsoft, please. Yeah. Did. So we're good now. The main setup is complete. And done. Now it is healthy. Yay. Okay, so this domain has been, I suppose this was the company domain name. It's very, very important at that company domain name. Suppose I create a new user, so it's gonna be two options now. Yeah, one more thing, guys. Default is this free domain. My default is this when we have the actual company domain name here. So there's a set as default option here as well. We want to make the company name as the default. Whenever the user gets created, it will see first this name. Right? Set as default is here now. That is also done. So next week we're going to go for users, how to attach the users to the main, and especially the synchronize users. And then we're going to go explore all the Azure Directory features, then Exchange features, and then Sharepoint, and then, so yeah, that's it, guys. And let's go ahead and enjoy the rest of the weekend. And see you next class. But reach those who haven't done till here, reach here, and then make sure that the labs are up to date. Right? Okay, guys. So if there are questions,
Sir, yes, sir. I have a question. I was in GoDaddy.com, and I'm in GoDaddy, and I was like buying the website, domain that I mentioned earlier,
okay.
Himalaya Apartment Hotel. It started with like 1 cent, so 0.01 cent for the
Yeah.
first year. And it was a very good thing. And then I went ahead, and then as I was proceeding ahead, they asked me shop online for the coupons. So I pressed shop online by the coupons, and then now it is showing $15 for the first.
Oh,
It
so
actually increased the price.
yeah. So coupons, if you don't select that option, do you have that option to not select that option and go ahead?
Yeah, it was there. I don't know what I was thinking. I just went for the coupons.
No, but can you still go without that option?
Now,
Right.
with or without that option, it is showing me $15.
Ouch. Okay. Then you can sign out and sign in again and start searching the domain again. You will see the option again. And that time, don't select that option and see if lets you just buy it with $1.34 or something.
Sure. Yes.
Otherwise, whatever the price is, like $6, $7, it's worth it to go through this experience yourself, right? So it's okay to purchase it at that level as well.
Yes, sir. And it says pay by PayPal. So we need PayPal, or we can choose any other option as well, sir.
You can just add your credit card and just pay from there.
Okay. Sure.
So,
So the
yes.
domain name is
Yeah,
for
that's it.
1 year, right?
Yes, it is for 1 year. In fact, I purchased it for 1 year. If I go ahead, can it expiration? There's expiration. Normally, a auto renew I want to uncheck now, right? So,
Okay. Not gonna
uh,
be auto renewal. Otherwise, it's gonna be
yeah, start and this. auto renew.
Can we also cancel anytime or
Turn off. Yeah, cancel. Turn off auto renew and it will not renew, right? So even if you cancel, you have already paid for it, so you're not saving anything.
So while
canceling it
selecting in the
doesn't.
beginning itself, we can choose for 1 year only, right? Instead of 3 years.
Yes, just 1 year.
Okay.
I'm turning off auto renew now. By clicking continue, you agree to turn off auto renew. Yes. Before it doesn't let us select this for 3 months. Now it is letting us select that right away. That's very good. So just select this and auto renew will come and turn it off. This is very important. All right. So that is it. And if there's a question, let me know. Otherwise, bye-bye and enjoy your weekend and have your labs updated to this. All right. Thank you. Bye.
thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you.
मुझे रहना है? Can I
Do you
stay?
speak English? Oh, okay. Yes.
क्या मुझे तो रहना है ना?
Why?
मैंने कहा था ना कि वो
Yeah. You want to purchase the domain, right?
जी
Okay. So bye-bye all.
या बाद में करेंगे, अभी तो आप थोड़ा रेस्ट कर लें.
Okay. But yeah. Okay, then we can connect today sometime or tomorrow sometime, and then we can do that.
अभी आज क्लास है वो AWS की.
मैं तो पूरा हो गया. So yeah. I'll just say sorry to the next one.
सही है. मुझे क्या कहते हैं लड़कों के नंबर मिल जाएंगे, जैसे ये जेमिन का मिल जाए. जेमिन और या फिर इसका नाम इसका जो भी था जो आप जिससे बात कर रहे थे.
So, there are many people here who can understand Urdu. Let's talk in English.
Okay.
So they can also
Jamin, can you
understand.
pass your number?
Jamin is gone, I think, but he's in WhatsApp group and you can ask him directly in WhatsApp.
Dipendra.
He's also disconnected, but in WhatsApp you can ask.
अच्छा. So, okay, so
What do you want to ask?
Okay, I need the access to for all the videos.
Yeah, I gave the link many times in the group. YouTube link.
मेरे पास नहीं
So